What is up, y'all? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We'll go full screen here once they start, and I will maximize the video once they go live. I can't go theater mode because they haven't started the stream yet. But man, I'm excited for this. Can we do a quick audio check? This is my first time ever streaming. I should say first time with Streamlabs, streaming with a browser source. I did it on Lightstream all the time, so this is my first time doing it. Just want to make sure everything's good to go. Yo, T Pry, what's going on, man? Trill Trey, what is up? JT, you're hyped? Yeah, man. I've heard some stuff. Big Papa in the house. What's up, my guy? I was thinking about you the other day, man. I hope you're doing well. Audio sounds good. All right, so the big fingers crossed is that I got the audio set up right. So, I mean, I tested it earlier and it looked good. So we'll find out here. I'm basically just waiting to be able to put this in theater mode. It looks like we have a minute and 33 seconds left. But we'll go full screen here. I got that set up. A Powers, what's going on, man? Chase, what is up? We'll go. Well, we don't have to go full just yet, but yeah, I'm excited. Sounds like we got an hour of information. So what the plan is we're gonna obviously watch all their videos, and then I know there's gonna be a lot of content creators who are going live. I know my guy Mills, Bengal, Bordeaux, they're all going live in 1 hour. But if they don't, I know they're going to have the deep dives. If they don't go over the deep dives thoroughly, I plan on staying on here and reading through the deep dives and breaking it down with you guys. So I know it's going to be tempting to go watch the gameplay, but I think it's important we go through the deep dives. Maybe they'll break them all down here and we don't have to do that. Also, super excited to figure out this whole subscription thing, because I know everybody who does it gets the beta. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get the beta or whatever. Orlando, the developer, yo, thank you for subscribing to the channel, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. But yeah, I don't know what the subscription thingy is. I don't really care. I'm doing it to get the early access, or get the betas, honestly, and then you get the early access too. So you're staying with your slider guy. I appreciate that, man. And yeah, as long as I'm able to get access to the beta, which the leaks said that it was supposed to be the 4th through whenever, I'm gonna be diving in. Now, I don't know if they're gonna have NDAs on that. I know maybe their Mills and Bordeaux and all those guys are able to go through at 9, and because they know that everyone's going to have to download it and install college football, so they're going to have an hour and a half ahead of everybody else, and that's their early access. Maybe they're letting people stream the beta. Maybe they're going to keep it private. I don't know. We're going to find out. But as long as I get it, I'm going to be playing it. I don't work tomorrow. I have bereavement, unfortunately. What's the over on the sub pricing? So the rumor is that that's the replace of the MVP bundle. MVP bundle was $150 for both games, which was $70 a piece. So it's like $10 more to do that. I'm thinking it's gonna be like $3 a month, and you're just gonna pay it up front. So I have a feeling it's gonna be like $36 or $39.99, like $40. So you pay for the game. Pay for college football, which is $70. Pay for Madden, which is gonna be $70, and then you're gonna pay like an extra $40 for the subscription thing. That's what I'm guessing. Sorry for your loss. Yeah, man, my grandma passed away last Wednesday. We knew it was coming. She was not good the last couple of months. I'm gonna refresh here. Is it still not started? Like sometimes YouTube doesn't start. Well, I refreshed, and we're still. I'm gonna go full just because we're right there. I don't want to miss anything. Lupus Warrior, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream, bro. Appreciate you coming through. I hope everything's going well for you. how are we this late? Like, I mean, I guess it's live. It's not preview. It's not an upload. It's got to be live. Um, no, I think it's a what I interpreted Big Papa from the leaks was that it is extra subscription, thinking like EA Play type of thing. So you can buy the game and just have the game right for 70, but the subscription gets you the early access, the week of early access that we got last year for Madden. After 2K did their stupid August release, so you get a week of early access in college football, a week of early access in Madden. You get access to the college football beta, access to the Madden 27 beta. Then you get a bunch of mutt shit. I don't care about that, obviously. Um, so we'll figure it out. Oh, I hear sound. You guys hear that? Can you guys let me know? I want to make sure you guys hear it too. Like I said, first time doing this. Oh, oh, oh. Oh no. There we go. Can I go bigger than this?
Football is more than what happens on the field. It's about the communities, rivalries, and culture that connects fans every day. From the first snap under Friday Night Lights to the biggest moments on Sunday, it's not just about how it's played, but how it's experienced. Because this year, more than ever, every decision you make matters. How you build, how you play, and what happens next. Only EA Sports can bring fans the full football journey, from building your program to creating your player, to proving yourself in the NFL, to running the entire league. And it's all connected. The modes, the moments, the decisions. Tonight, you're going to see how it all comes together. The players, the systems, and the decisions, and the decision makers that define this year's experience. So whether you're building your program, living your career, or running the league, this is your football journey. Let's throw it over to the pride of Florida State University, Sean Grady, to take us through the future of football at EA Sports.
Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. We are so happy to see you guys tonight. My name is Sean Grady. I'm the Vice President and Head of Production for EA Sports College Football and Madden NFL. And it's incredible to be here tonight in the iconic Aon Ballroom at the Navy Pier in Chicago, home of this year's Madden NFL 27 cover athlete, Caleb Williams. Let's go. And we are joined tonight.
Is it double audio for you guys? Sorry, I muted it. I want to make sure you guys can still hear. I was getting double audio. Can you just let me know, are you still good on the audio
Those of you in the room know that for the past 2 years, this has been a private event back at our Orlando studio in Florida, where we hosted a few select community members. But tonight, we're opening it up to the entire football audience, here in the room, of course, and around the world. And we're going to show you everything we've been building in College Football 27 and Madden NFL 27, and I do mean everything. So this is our opening drive. Now, we're all football fans, and we know there's nothing like that first series. It's the first look at everything you've prepared for, months of film study, and we've studied a lot of the film from you guys in the room here. Reps, adjustments, and execution, of course, all building towards that moment when you kick off the ball. And for us, that moment's right now. Now, before we look ahead to the future of football, let's take a moment to celebrate the incredible athletes that represent this year's game. On College Football 27, our covers capture everything that makes the sport special.
You're good, just battle.
The programs, the colors, the pageantry, and of course, the big athletes that bring it all to life every Saturday. So we're very excited to share that we have our cover athletes in the building tonight: Ole Miss running back Keywan Lacey, Miami wide receiver Malachi Toney, and Oregon quarterback Dante Moore. They're somewhere here in the room. If you guys are here, say hi, wave your hands. Thanks for joining us, guys, tonight. Now, I wish Coach Signetti was here. He's gracing the deluxe edition cover, controlling the chaos from the front, but he could not make it tonight. Now let's turn our attention to Sundays. This year's Madden NFL 27 cover represents the next generation.
You guys have any bold predictions?
Of the league. A player stepping into the spotlight right here in Chicago. Any Chicago fans? Okay. Yeah. We like to say he plays Madden like a Madden character brought to life. He's made the Bears team a can't-miss team week in and week out. And anybody that watched the playoffs last year knows this. Any Packer fans in the house? You guys remember this, yeah. Sorry to remind you about that. But we're incredibly excited to have him here tonight as well. Chicago Bears quarterback and the first ever Bears cover athlete, our 27 cover star, Caleb Williams. If you're here, Caleb, say hello.
What?
All right, over the past year, our teams have been in their own version of the offseason. We're building, we're testing, we're iterating, and we're pushing every detail forward, from gameplay to presentation, from deeper authenticity to new innovations. Every part of these experiences have been shaped with a purpose, because when you all step on that virtual field, when you pick up the controller, we want you to feel confidence, control, and clarity. We want you to feel that this is the strongest version of football we've ever delivered. That's how we feel. So tonight, we are going to go deep, and I do mean deep, so get comfortable, sit back and relax.
The key's going to be execution, right? They killed it last year with their presentation of what was going to happen in the game, and then both games released missing
you will see the
wear and tear, sub-sliders, traits, can't counselor broken, you name it.
And the precision playmaking of the NFL. In short, College Football 27, Saturday is going to feel more like Saturday, and in Madden NFL 27, Sunday is going to feel more like Sunday. That sound good to you guys? Want to hear more? Okay. Before we get into the games, I do want to take a step back and share with you how we're thinking about the future of football at EA Sports. We're evolving college football and Madden NFL around 3 core pillars.
So first, and I know all of you in the room are going to like this, gameplay above everything. That means authentic, responsive football with more control, smarter AI, and signature movement that feels true to the athletes, teams, and sport we represent. It also means we're investing in new ways to capture real-world football data through our internal partners like TrackCab, helping us unlock deeper realism, better movement, and new possibilities in the future. Stay tuned for that. Second, connected careers with more life. Guys, we continue to invest deeply in the modes our players spend the most time in, building football career and franchise experiences that are more authentic, more dynamic.
Yeah, I'm curious how they're going to be linked. You know what I mean, though? Like, what's going to be the big
and
link?
Madden NFL. And in fact, that high school to Hall of Fame journey is something that only EA Sports can deliver. And third, fandom without limits. In the very near future, we're going to provide more ways for football fans to represent their teams, show their creativity, play their way, and connect to the sport they love. With new tools, new experiences, and a new football platform connected and rewarding you and your fandom year-round. There is much more to come on that, but we are very excited for the future of football. All right, now speaking of platforms, we want every football fan to feel connected across our ecosystem. So that's why I'm excited to share with you all tonight that College Football 27
I am ready to
will launch on PC for the first time. I've seen the comments. I know you wanted to hear that. It's coming. So it will join Madden NFL, giving our PC community the chance to play both college football and Madden at the highest fidelity possible. I'm also excited to share that EA Sports College Football is coming to mobile this year, bringing the power and beauty of Frostbite gameplay and an all-new Dynasty experience later this year. Now, I might be biased, but I think it's the best-looking game on a mobile device.
So it's actually going to be, we can play it on mobile? Because previously it's been that Ultimate Team stuff where you don't actually do anything.
Football fans have more ways to play college football.
You tell me I can download it on my phone, throw on a controller, and actually play football?
Right, now, without further ado,
that's a win.
Let's get to our first look at College Football 27 and Madden NFL 27.
All right, let's go.
College Football 27 is built to reflect the modern, evolving college football landscape, delivering new ways to play in Dynasty, Road to Glory, Ultimate Team, and more. Our goal is to create an experience with depth, challenge, emotion, and the current real-world college football decision-making landscape. So whether you're building your program, becoming a 5-star recruit, or creating your ultimate team of current or legendary players, College Football 27 is built around one question. Are you doing it for the you or for yourself? This is College Football 27.
Bro, EA's the master of marketing. Give credit where it's due. Double Troy, thank you for the subscription, bro.
The Indiana Hoosiers are the kings of college football.
Some players who walk through that tunnel onto that field grew up dreaming about putting on this uniform. They've rooted for this team their whole life and want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. Some have
their models
dream.
look changed.
The deals.
What do you guys see that? They look a little different.
Teeth.
Or maybe they added more variety.
That's college football now. I get it. Everyone's got to make a name for themselves. Truth is, I don't care why you show up. I care what happens after you do.
We're having it.
I care if you love to compete.
Snow accumulates on the field. Win.
If you
Thank
want
you.
every advantage. And if it turns into one thing on Saturday.
Madden doesn't have accumulation, though.
Winning.
That was accumulation.
That's why I want you here. That's what you're here to do. And there's no better place to do it.
So obviously they're showing off the new wide receiver DB interactions, which is a good thing, but it would have been nice to see Manning step up in the pocket. That's one thing he struggles with, quarterbacks stepping up in the pocket. That's essential. Step up in the pocket. He dropped all the way back, and then he just threw it. Didn't really step up.
University of Indiana. Now, don't worry. I know you
has me concerned the trench play is going to be the same. No pressure.
Including gameplay and what's new across your favorite modes in college football. But before we do that, I do want to get you just as hyped on Madden NFL 27. Madden NFL 27 brings meaningful innovation for every type of player. Whether you come for precision gameplay, superstar mode, of course franchise mode, or presentation that makes every game feel connected to the night of the week, your team's traditions, or the moment in the virtual season that you're in right now. And I'm very happy to share that Madden
they
NFL
blocked
27
for
represents
running,
our
but
second
passing
consecutive year
was just
of a
ridiculous,
deep investment
man.
and a major leap forward for franchise
They
mode
really
players.
need to work on the pass
This year,
blocking,
franchise mode
pass
is designed
rush.
to bring the action to you in a more
Pass
alive
rush
and dynamic
should
way,
occur without
putting you in control
sheds.
of the decision that defines
Collapse
a
the
GM,
pocket from
a coach,
push.
or an entire league. In Madden NFL 27, it's your league. All right, let's take a look at how one of our newest GMs sees it. Check it out.
Okay.
Huh? What's there to talk about? Undefeated season, Super Bowl champions. I mean, has any other team shut out all their opponents during the regular season and through the playoffs in the Super Bowl before? Oh, no, really? We're the first one? Oh, well, that'll be a fun trivia question going forward. Next question. I'm a decision maker. It's what I do. It's not my fault the rest of the league can't keep up. Blame them. I really blame me, because I've raised the bar super high. My first decision, lock down my franchise QB. Caleb, what I'm telling you, big guys, I love you.
So if they're doing this video for GM, that means they're bringing that back, right? Because we lost owner mode.
Size, athleticism, IQ, chill under pressure. Caleb Williams is permafrost. We've done the focus groups, we've done the straw polls. They love it.
They've got to be bringing back some sort of
Look, I'm not being a coach
GM
without a plan who's
to
just
have this
pull
in
a
there, right?
48-year-old quarterback out of retirement just because I can.
Checking on that backup QB gig.
How many touchdowns? The answer is yes. How do we stop this? Yes. You're my guy and you're in.
Thanks, Vince.
All right, great seeing you.
Building something special here.
Not a chance. Cheryl! We got a red one in here. We talked about it. It all starts at the negotiation table. Lucky I like to talk. No. I'll find the money, Jacob. Trade requests, extensions, holdouts. Leonard, there is an I in win. And there's also an I in Vince. A lot of pageantry. You totally did the right thing. You're fired, but you handled it well. Bye-bye. And you gotta have a deft touch with this stuff.
Worked for me.
On the field, I like to score. Call me crazy. I'm a scheme guy, though. I don't just run the same play over and over just because it works. JK, I do that. Everyone's excited about what we've been building. We're 6-0, so I just expect to go to 7-0 and 8-0 and 9-0. My favorite scheme? Get the ball to the money players. The NFC's real hungry.
Golly, what's a feast without a little gravy?
Young gravy?
But defense wins championships. So I stole an all-pro corner from an unsuspecting casual.
He called me brother and then ripped me off?
This gig is all about keeping your emotions in check.
That's our best player!
Demand a trade? You were talking to Vince Vaughn, ain't you?
I mean, Vince has been an unbelievable GM. He's new to this, but it appears to be Vince's world, and we're all just living in it.
You can never get comfortable in this league.
If they got
That's why
owner
I
mode,
prefer to
GM
stay
mode,
6 steps ahead.
that's a win. That's a
you can't
win. If
predict
we
the
don't
weather,
have to be a head coach.
I turn the temp way down.
Accumulating snow
Everyone
again
copied
in
that
Madden,
one.
win.
I also created a whole new menu, Chicago dogs only. Feels nice to be recognized. Last Sunday, I ran nothing but Tampa 2 to take away all those drags you guys love to run.
Goodbye, drag routes.
I have no idea what's going on right now. He was the GM, now he's the coach. What's next? Vince Vaughn at quarterback?
I think it's important to get this out of the way.
Bear claw!
The rumors are true.
Hibernate! Picnic!
I'm the coach, I'm the GM, and I will be playing quarterback.
That's not clown.
Honey!
Am I in on Vince Vaughn at quarterback? He's 56.
Nothing can replace just literal decades of life experience.
Decades and decades and decades.
This is a joke, right? I can play till 56.
He's 6'5", he's your traditional pocket passer. The knees aren't what they used to be. I kind of want to see it.
You know, Caleb's supportive. We're going to have a spot for him.
It's a better trailer than college football, hands down.
Quarterback. I mean, we were a team.
I'm getting hyped that they're having a GM mode back in the game. They're talking about hot dogs,
out there,
everything.
Stick around and watch it. It'll be more of the same next year. Thank you again.
That's got to be it.
Would you look at that? I mean, do I deserve a statue next to Sweetness?
Please let that be it, man.
Maybe you'll get one too.
Maybe.
Time to run it back.
I'm a chairman of the board. I'm a chairman of the board. Said I'm a chairman.
Didn't really see much there gameplay. The new wide receiver DB interactions were present. The new accumulating weather, snow present, which love all of that.
Vince Vaughn. He's a
and then the
legendary
teasing
Bears
of the
fan that you
GM
didn't know,
mode.
and now he's apparently a legendary Bears GM. So we can't wait for you to get your hands on the new franchise improvements and experience a league that truly reacts to you this season. You're going to hear a lot more about that in just a few moments when Clint is up here. Are you ready to go deeper than that, though? Those are just trailers. You want to hear more? I'm guessing you do. Come on. All right.
Let's go. Bring out the deep dives.
Stick around for the entire show because we're going to unveil the games, and you'll find out how to get beta access and feel it for yourselves. You'll learn how to pre-order and join a brand new program that delivers the most value we've ever offered. And you'll see your favorite community members, all you lovely people in the room here tonight, and creators play the games for the first time and share their reactions. So
Yo, what's up,
once
Mr.
again,
Hinton?
welcome to the opening drive.
All right, I'm ready for more, man.
We just heard about where football
intrigued,
is going. Now, let's show you how it plays. Because this year, EA Sports isn't just building games. They're building a connected football experience. From Fridays to Saturdays to Sundays, every moment, every decision, every snap is now connected. It all starts on the gridiron. To take us through how it all comes together on the field, here's Senior Game Designer Director, the OG, Scott O'Gallagher.
All right, let's talk to me. Talk to me, OG.
Well, I come, baby. Let's get this thing cracking now. All right, gameplay above everything. The first thing I said is you damn right, baby. Who is excited to see some gameplay right now?
Yep.
For college and Madden football. We have an exciting feature set for you. And I gotta admit, you guys seeing my face this early.
He wasn't in Madden before. He was strictly college, right? That's got to be new. Senior for both games.
And then we're watching Bordeaux catch an L to one of our college cover athletes. Don't get it twisted, though. You're still better than Bengal. No doubt about it. All right, let's talk about how we bring all of this together. Every year after the season ends.
Shout out to Bengal, man. He used my sliders last year. That was awesome.
Call pre-production. And then, we look at themes and things that you guys say, because your feedback is essential to what we do. So let's look at how we broke this down. You first told us that you wanted more tools defensively. The AI logic needed to be better. You wanted more control on the other side of the football, and that's why we rallied behind defense wins championships.
Good.
Next is built from game day. This is our authenticity pillar. We know that every team is somebody's favorite team, and you're going to see how we delivered that this year. And then last but not least is play your way. With all the features you're going to hear tonight, the different settings, how are we giving you the tools to ultimately play your way? And now let's get to it. Defense wins championships, and it starts fundamentally.
Yo, and Madison, thank you for the repost on
X.
X.
That we have had to sure up that we did this year was what we call look for work. What is look for work? That's that middle linebacker seeing that drag coming right at you, and he can anticipate. In our game last year and in previous
Hollywood Sports made a video on that. They needed to look for work.
They didn't move until they got into their zone. That all changes here. And we're going to go right here to the film room, and we're going to see Fred.
No huddle back,
here.
it looks like.
I
was hoping they bring back the huddle.
For work. Love drops. He's in his hook zone. He's going to drop properly. He's going to anticipate it.
So,
Love has to make
oh my God. The O-line crap is still there, man.
Here we go.
The left tackle, right tackle, if you guys.
From there, we said, all right,
they
now
stood
that
and didn't move.
Look for work in the game.
O-line, D-line, right on that clip, man.
Tools to control how they want to play in zones.
They just stood and played patty cake and didn't do anything.
Zones. So now, both on an individual or team level,
that's disappointing.
You can decide how aggressive that you want them to be. Do you want that Mike backer because the mesh concept is driving you crazy and you want to get up and take that away? Just put him in ultra
Gotta
aggressive.
fix O-line, D-line. You can't have that. That clip that they just showed the Packers, the O-line, the left tackle versus the left edge.
Routes behind them. Here,
oh my God. Watch the O-line, you guys. Watch the pass protection.
They're running that slant concept. Pick six, we're going back to the crib. We are giving you more options than you have ever had before. Come on, we got to clap that up.
Watch the blocking. Watch the trench play.
Here, fellas. We're talking defense. All right, but we know that football is not perfect, and there is a lot of, you call the perfect defensive play. You're clamping them up. You got them strapped and locked up like the kids say these days, and then all of a sudden the quarterback is going to evade the pocket. I mean, we got the legend Michael Vick sitting over there. Shout out to the legend. Clap it up for the legend.
Shout out to Colt 45. Thank you for coming through the stream, brother.
But the thing is similar to Madden 2004 summer, you guys are still trying to play it the same way. You get out and you're just scrambling everywhere. And so we had to introduce what is real, and real football is plaster logic. No longer are guys just standing around and just covering grass like your favorite City League flag football player. They are out here moving,
look at the blocking,
attaching, locking, and ultimately clamping, and hopefully giving you a better chance not to give up those
new
big
pass
plays.
meter. I like that.
Shout out to Mike Vick, the greatest Madden player that we've ever had.
New sliders.
And now here, we meet with hundreds of coaches, defensive coordinators,
holy smokes,
all around the NFL and college football. And this thing here, we are now providing 25
that's almost overwhelming
checks.
But in a good way.
How do you want to play bunch? How do you want to play trips? How do you want to play stack? The options are endless. You can set them in the front
smokes.
end. To you be like your favorite coordinator. And now we get into our wide receiver press. I saw Ocho Cinco earlier in here, but I mean, no one did it better than him. One of my favorite routes, or one of my favorite NFL films, he's like, I need you right here. That's everything I said to our dev team. It felt like every time we were going over this feature.
Yo, those strategy guys are going to absolutely feast with the videos they can make
receivers
with that many
have
adjustments.
Logic around the route they are trying to run. If they're running a deep out, they're going to try to win on the outside. If they're running a deep in, they're trying to get to the inside. On the other side of that coin, corners, and now leverage is going to mean more than it even did last year and ever before, because we have boosted chances when they are in the appropriate leverage. And then we go to jostle. Some of my favorite cornerbacks of all time.
The big thing is, how is this going to change? These animations, you just break it down between difficulty levels. What's going to happen when you're on all Madden versus on all pro with this stuff?
Because they were not known as the fastest, even though they certainly
That's
run.
important.
They were great with technique, really physical. And so how are we going to do that? That is with our brand new wide receiver
I'm
DB
fairly
jostle
certain
system.
they're showing stuff on all
as a user,
pro
you can
or
attach
all
on the
American in
move.
this example.
You
So
can
what
get 'em at the
happens on
stem of the route
Heisman?
and really play with the timing of them. Or you can attach when the ball is in flight. And keep in mind, when you are attached, you are slowing the wide receiver down, thus putting
This
yourself
stuff looks
in the best
fantastic. They
position
need to do
to
this
make
for
a
the
play.
offensive and the trench play.
And here we go, built from game day, baby. Every player is somebody's favorite player. I want you guys to take a look at Colin Simmons. You see him. He's one of the best defensive ends that there is out there. You see all of his physicals and the different tiers. Over the past couple
they're
years,
going
you
to
guys
get there,
have been
bro.
very
There is
vocal
new
that you
broadcasts.
prefer the
Just
tier
chill.
ability
They'll get there.
system.
Promise you.
And we listened because this is your game. So with that, the tiered ability system is going to debut in Madden NFL 27.
Thank you,
Clap that
Jesus.
up 'cause you asked for it.
Thank you, Jesus. Let's go. Superstar
And being a
abilities,
lifelong
X
Rams
Factors,
fan, lifelong Rams
trash.
fan,
I've been
and I
saying
haven't
it for
missed a single game in
almost a
30 years.
decade.
I am gonna formally
Shout out to
welcome
anyone at EA who
Myles
listened to me
Garrett
bitch and moan
to
about
the
that. Not
Rams
that I
house.
probably had any
Myles
impact
Garrett,
on that,
thank you,
but
brother.
thank you,
Can't
sweet
wait to
baby
have you.
Jesus.
All right, those two guys dominated in the trenches. When you looked at our game and you looked at real life,
That's a
where
win.
it really broke down.
That
was,
is a win,
y'all.
y'all.
When it's goal line on goal line.
College
big
football
on
did it
big,
right.
13 personnel. It just didn't look like what you see on Saturdays and Sundays until now. We've got brand new 2-player, 3-player, 4-player animations. We've got cut blocking, submarine techniques to really make it so you have to earn every yard inside those situations. My boy Kurt over here just says, yeah, it feels a lot heavier now. It's a different experience to really get those fourth and twos,
they're gone.
fourth and ones.
Thank
And when
you.
you talk about inside the trenches, there's nothing like the quarterback sneak. And you say,
They
what
were
the hell am I
absolutes.
looking
They
at
were
here?
awful.
Yep, you got a QB
They were
sneak
arcade.
meter,
I'm
right?
so glad
And
they
you
got
see
rid of
the
that.
green. Let's talk about the green. The
Yeah, what
green
is that
all
meter?
comes in, the first thing that we look at is your center, your 2 guards, and then your quarterback. And then we'd say, all right, we're going to take those ratings and we're going to compare them. Do you have anybody in a zero technique? Are both A gaps filled? And then when it goes side to side, that is all dependent on the situation. Is it a long 4th and 1? Is home field advantage rocking? What type of scenario is really at play here? But the point being, quarterback sneaks are no longer automatic. Clap that up. I know you're excited. Everybody at home is excited.
That's a win.
We got to love the trenches. And you know the motto, if it's in the game, it's in the game, baby. The tush push. It's made its way to Madden NFL 27.
Can we not have them snap the ball immediately, though? Can the CP quarterback,
Come
stand at the line of scrimmage for 10, 15 seconds, scanning the field?
Sim heads, rejoice. What you've been asking for. Home field advantage is back, and it's back in the way that you asked. You're going to see a decimal meter that represents the crowd volume. It was imperative that we made Kansas City or Arrowhead really feel like Arrowhead. And Arrowhead should feel different in November than it does in January. And that is exactly what's going to come when you play your game in here in a few. And nothing screams home field advantage like dynamic weather.
This is a dub, man.
About dynamic weather, but that situation
this is
that
a dub.
The game in the AFC Championship
the snow's
game
accumulating.
clear, and then it was nothing but snow.
Oh, you guys, I've made
half.
videos on this
that
for
can happen
years.
in your game as well. But keep in mind,
complaining about this, asking for this.
Gameplay only gets tougher.
This is
good luck with that.
Awesome.
All right, let's get into.
And they fixed home field advantage, which I told you guys I hated how arcade it was before.
Timing-based catching.
Man.
Timing-based catching for years, whether it's the toe
Let's
drag,
go.
swag,
That's a dub, man. That's a dub.
Traffic, trying to moss somebody. That has all been subject to ratings until now. And let's talk about what you're dealing with here. Red, you're too late. You dropped it. All right, take your ass back to the huddle. Let's get to a new play. Next, we're slightly early. When it goes into early, we're back into ratings. And the size of your yellow depends on how good your receiver is. And then there's green. You know my background. You know the kids love greens.
So this is
right?
good, but what if you
here's
don't
the
use
thing
your
with the
catch?
greens.
How's
The
that going to
greens are
work?
Dynamic. This all depends on the situation. How good is your receiver? Who's covering him? How covered is he? What type of catch are you going for? Point being is that now, for the first time ever, the choice is yours. And what else I love it? Oh, gee, I can't catch the ball, man. Your game's broke. Fix your game, man. Okay, well, go turn the setting on, pal. Here you go. Go have at it. All right? And then, two, it works on both sides of the ball. So you want to clamp up and then hit your TBC, go have at it. Go have some fun. We're locking up on the defensive end this year, fellas. All right, now we're moving on to custom adjustments. Some of you out here tried to leak it. You tried. No, winners win.
It was kind of leaked.
There's only so much you were going to be able to do, right? There was a lot more meat on this bones, all right? Custom adjustments are about giving players their own unique football language. You see it every
I'm going to have to
Saturday
watch some
and
strategy
Sunday.
videos
There's a
on
call,
this, man.
They're going to a combo call. There's a big macro that has multiple adjustments on one call, and now you can do that here. You're going to go into your custom adjustments. You're going to create your custom adjustment. Everything that we've ever had at pre-snap or at coaching adjustment is available to
I want to see the
you.
offensive ones.
From there, you name it, and you can make up to 20 on offense, and then make 20 on defense.
Bro, the AI
The catch
has to be
makes you
boosted
like this.
for the
catch
CPU
is you can only
if the
go into
user
game
can
10.
do all this.
10 on offense.
The AI
10 on
has to be
defense.
on point.
Okay? Now I've made a custom adjustment. How do I call it? Well, look at your favorite play, figure out which one you're going to call. We're looking at cover 3 sky here, fellas. We just hold down that button right next to your stunts and twists. There's your macro. That's your custom adjustment right there. You can go and get busy. All right, then let's say you come out in pre-play and someone's running some type of cheese. You go, okay, well, I got something for this. I'm going to tap L1. L1 is our custom adjustment button. You go there, you hit L1 and call whatever one you got, right? You got 10 of them to choose. You got all the options you want, right? All right, we're starting to cook here. So now, typically, I'm going to press my DBs up. I'm going to pinch my line, show blitz. I would have went through multiple
That's
different
legit
stages
though,
just
because
get
I like to
this.
press
Now
and
I've
I like
got
to
it
do
all
like similar adjustments over and over again.
Yeah,
So
shout
now
out
instead of having to
everyone.
do
You know
like
what time
4 or
it is?
5 adjustments pre-snap,
Winners win. We don't
you
play
can just
around
have
here,
it set
you
as
know?
that macro
We're
one,
making it this-
and it'll
this
come
is the
out,
best
press,
right here.
pinch the
And let's get to
line,
this.
shift your
When you
linebackers
talk
how you
about
would do it
custom
anyway.
adjustments, one of my
Instead of
favorite
clicking
parts
5
this
times, you're
feature, and
clicking
there's a
once.
ton of you in here, right? There's a lot of what I call 1%ers that are the best of the best, but there are a lot who love the game, who play the game, who play it, and they're sitting next to their buddy. Dude, I know you're scrambling. I know you're running. I know you are. How do I stop it, right? And you don't want to deal with the sweat fest. Rob Jones does not want to deal with
X's
the
and
sweat
O's
fest at the line
mattering.
of scrimmage. So therefore,
This
he
is
just hits
huge for
L1,
head-to-head for
presses
sure.
A, now
I'm
he's got both
gonna be
ends
concerned
in
about the
contained,
AI,
he's got a
like
QB
the
spy,
AI.
and we are clamping up that quarterback scramble.
user
Denver,
versus
we're
CPU.
loving that, aren't you, buddy? Yep, shout it out to it.
There's got to
All
be a
right? This is
massive
everything.
upgrade
You
there.
got
He needs
all
to
these
talk
types
about
of
that.
defaults on offense and defense. You've never had control at this level before. All right, now you've heard a bunch of different features, right? And now what should you expect? When it comes to on the sticks between Madden and college football, college is still all about wide open gameplay, being loose in control, making those big plays, those side-to-side plays like one of my favorites, Reggie Bush. And then you look at Madden, it's all about everybody's fast in the NFL. It's tight, it's pro-level precision. Playbooks, it's the wide splits in Tennessee and Oklahoma. It's about spread, being more variety. Tempo is everything. Here it's about the deeper schemes, more compressed, chest-level strategy. The smarter game, the
Did
more.
they redo playbook
The smarter game is over at
suggestions?
Madden football. And then you look at coverage, base shells, bigger wind differentiation, bit more zone windows. In the NFL, you're talking simulated pressures, disguised looks, and just overall smarter adjustments. In the trenches, the difference between the best player in college football and worst is much bigger than it is in the NFL. So you've got bigger run lanes where you got elite gap integrity, pocket battles
every snap. I gotta see it, man, because I didn't see it on that
AI
love
play.
play.
We got base progressions. These are student athletes, even though we got our guy Dante Moore here, who is one hell of a player. And then you look at here, my guy Matt Stafford. At that level, these guys are surgeons. This is what you're going to see when you pick up the sticks on Madden 27. And then abilities.
QB surgeon,
college,
so
you get a max of 5.
what we've had, they never have an off-target throw. Never.
Matt
I mean, that doesn't.
takes the
I don't
tiered
like that.
system and says, you know what? They're unlimited. A player can have an unlimited number of abilities. Again, stars feeling like stars. And then there's
they
home
always
field
say the right
advantage,
things. It's always going
where
to be
you're in Death
execution,
Valley, and
though.
it's an actual weapon. Or you're
But
going
I'm
into
nervous about what they
Arrowhead,
said there
and
with
you gotta
quarterback
execute
surgeons, man,
under
because
pressure.
we just had Madden
There's a
26
lot of
with
things coming,
75
and I
overall
cannot wait.
quarterbacks
This is the
throwing up
smartest football game we have ever
90%
made.
completion
It is the
percentage,
most
300
authentic
yards.
football game we have ever made, and it's the most control
Every
you
week.
have ever had. Trust me on that. It is one game of football, but these are two totally different experiences. And I cannot wait for you guys to get your hands on this thing. I need you guys just to lock in, and I'll see you guys in a few weeks. Winners win, and I'm out. Much love to everybody. Back to you, Nick.
So next we'll get presentation,
We just
probably.
saw how much more control, strategy, and football intelligence is being built into gameplay this year. So let's bring in someone who can speak to that from both sides. A former NFL quarterback and a serious player of these games, none other than Mr. Kurt Bankert. Kurt, appreciate you spending some time with us. It's an exciting day here. I know you just watched OG. That was a lot to digest, but as a former NFL quarterback, the control that you have offensively and defensively, the sheer number of adjustments they're giving to players, how is that going to change how people play the game at home?
You know, I think people are going to need to develop their own game plans and answers for problems that they come up with. And that's something OG and I talked about a lot getting through last Madden into this one is at the line of scrimmage, I wanted more control, and I think everybody wanted more control, and that's what we're seeing. And you even have to build your game plans with the adjustments to bunches and stacks. This thing is so deep, and it feels more like the real game that they play on Sundays, and I'm loving it so far.
They're bringing that authenticity. Are you excited to get your hands on the game?
Oh, man, I need it. I need it.
I know this man is going to be out in the streets. Appreciate you hanging out with us,
It's
man.
always good to see you.
What a day we're having out here in Chicago. That's what makes these innovations so exciting. It's
Calvin,
not just
thank you
about
for the
more
subscription to the
features.
channel.
It's about
Appreciate you,
giving
my guy.
players more ways to play, more ways to think, more ways to adjust, and play football the way they want to play it. So that's
Yo,
how
we
the
got
game
537 in here
plays.
between
Now
YouTube,
let's talk a
Twitch, and
little bit
X.
about
That's a personal record.
those guys that
Shout out to all of you
got
guys.
Dynasty
Thank
heads
you so
on.
much.
I think we probably have some Dynasty
We
heads
got
on. So
more.
take us
We
through
got more
Dynasty.
stuff coming
We've
here.
got none other than Christian McLeod, a former Michigan State Spartan like myself and production director for
We still
College
got Dynasty mode. Here's Dynasty.
It is so exciting to be here in Chicago, a great hub of the Big Ten. And how about a big round of applause? All the mascots out there today, great Big Ten representation. Saw little Albert the Gator, Raider Red. You guys are cool too. Sparty and I were originally going to do this as a team. Thought better, but I got you out there, Sparty. We appreciate you. So something we've been working on for years is a way to create the unsolvable puzzle in Dynasty mode. It started in College Football 25 and 26 with the introduction and refinement of coach archetypes and skill trees, balancing that with coordinators to create an RPG-like system where your decisions matter in crafting your program. For the last 3 years, we've had a vision for Dynasty to create the unsolvable puzzle for you, the fans, where every Dynasty, every season, every school feels different and evolves over time, truly giving you 138 ways to play. Now for College Football 27, we're introducing the single biggest change to Dynasty mode since we first introduced recruiting in Dynasty Blueprint. Dynasty Blueprint is a full program management system that allows you to use a Dynasty points budget. You're able to hire staff, upgrade your facilities, and utilize the points on the recruiting trail in the form of NIL. But before we dive too deep into Dynasty Blueprint, we need to talk about the ultimate wild card in the system, and it's the personality and expectations of each school's athletic director. Each school is unique. Each school will have a different demeanor, with each demeanor impacting how difficult passing or failing an expectation.
The deluxe bundle is still available. It's on the PlayStation Store right now. $135, but it says 3 days access, not 7. Doesn't say anything about the beta.
Specific goals that are ingrained in the very identity of those schools. So if you are Ohio State, you better beat Michigan every single year to stay off the hot seat. Ensuring you're meeting your goals and your AD expectations is going to be key to sticking around, because you want to think, you might have to think twice about jobs in the coaching carousel. So do you have the right coaching archetype to get the job done?
I keep checking the PlayStation Store to see what I can do to start downloading the game.
AD
beta.
have a different vision for the program that you want to build. This is what's going to set your dynasty blueprint in motion, and what makes it even cooler, these are dynamic. They're going to change season to season based on success and failure. So, you've selected your team, you manage your AD expectations, you're going to be asked to allocate some of your budget to your team support staff. Coordinators will already be on your staff in year 1. They can be hired once you get to the carousel in the offseason. We'll get to that in a little bit. But this is where you're going to add a variety of staff that can assist with accruing more dynasty points, helping with recruiting, increasing player progression, or potentially reducing NIL asks. Keep in mind, though, these skills all work as a multiplier.
I don't see the monthly
or a
subscription.
potential
I
counterbalance
just see the
to your
MVP
coaching
bundle.
archetype. So choosing
I'm
the
looking
proper
for the
mix of staff
subscription so I
based
can
on
get
your
the
skill
beta.
tree and your coordinators is going
But I
to
don't
be
see
key.
it yet.
And based on overwhelming community feedback, once you get to the offseason, you are now able to offer any coach or coordinator a job. It's good. It's exciting. This is what Mills, you wanted this, right? Expected dynasty point values are going to be based on the coach and your school, so you don't just expect to go in there, throw a giant bag of dynasty points at somebody and expect them to sign with your team. But more on that later. We're going to talk about the coaching carousel in a little bit. Next
Right,
up,
I just don't know how you get the
facilities.
subscription.
Facilities control how much XP your players are going to accrue, with each level also unlocking equipment slots. These slots are going to allow you to
Thank you for the
reduce
subscription,
injuries,
bro.
reduce wear and tear, increase season health, and extend the life of your facilities. That's right. Facilities degrade over time. So not just important that you increase your facilities if you want to ensure your players are performing at the best, but you're also going to want to make sure that you budget enough to maintain those facilities or risk potentially losing players to injury or on the recruiting trail as your facility grade drops. The final place where you're going to spend your budget is around NIL for recruits, players already on your team, and in the transfer portal. You're going to be able to use NIL to help bring in high school recruits, but not all recruits will require NIL. These are going to be dependent on your school's prestige, proximity to the recruit, and also the school grades. All of these will determine the desired NIL of the player at your school. Important.
Yo, Funky Town, thank you
NIL
for the...
is not an instant win mechanic on the recruiting trail.
The super chat.
It's a scholarship bonus that can increase or decrease.
Yes, it is.
Thank
you so much, man. I appreciate
that recruit. It's still important that you hit on your recruit's perfect pitch, visits, deal breakers, if you want to lock that player into a committed state. You can also adjust your offers as recruiting boards begin to take shape. But
descriptions, dude, it's the same price as MVP bundle. It was $134.
Even more important than ever, because we have a brand new recruiting mechanic.
So now I'm going to go download the damn beta.
Verbal commits, big time. We're excited about this one. Verbal commits are going to add a risk-reward mechanic to recruiting and also change how you allocate your NIL bonuses.
Do this for my phone, man.
Don't think that once you've got a verbal, you can reallocate.
So what I did, I don't know about those of you who
recruiting.
on Xbox.
Because that
PlayStation 5, go to the store
go somewhere else.
and go down to subscriptions and just keep going. And it's there at the end. It says the MVP Plus bundle. No, 135 total. It's the same price as MVP bundle. It's just called MVP bundle subscription.
You need to ensure you're correctly budgeting for NIL
It's called something completely different. It's the same price. Just scroll down to the subscriptions. You'll see it, and it tells you get the beta, the early access. You get access to College Football 27 and Madden 27.
Budgeting your dynasty points wisely all culminates.
I can't tell you about Xbox because I don't know.
For College Football 27.
But I found it, and I got the The beta's downloading
New
for me.
This year, you're going to be able to express interest in schools even if they're
It's a
not
one-time
on
purchase,
the top
and it will
candidates
renew
list.
next year
No more 6 schools only.
for
You can throw your hat
$149.99.
into the ring. But be careful. Expressing interest in too many schools is going to impact your coach stability grade if you stay at your current school. And as mentioned earlier,
So for those of you who want to get a head start on the download,
to coaches across
that's how
the
you do
country
it.
at various different coach levels, not just a preset of interested coaches. And dynasty points can be used to sweeten that pot and increase that interest, making up to 6 offers per coordinator,
It's 45 gigs for those curious.
allowing you to lock in that program changing hire.
I got
So we are
19 minutes left
excited
online.
and incredibly excited, actually, to see all of the battles that break out in online dynasties. Who's going to be battling for those coordinators, and just super pumped about that whole situation. But that is not all. Outside of Dynasty Blueprint, we have added much more to Dynasty. We have added wear and tear management. Super exciting here. We have added, based on community feedback, expanded league history.
The trench play looks
You can go back to the
shit
1800s now and take a look at league history. Expanded team historical stats. Coach mode is
It's
now in
unfortunate
Dynasty mode.
because
Exciting.
it's the most important aspect in football.
User selectable crowd themes before you go into your Dynasty games. Very exciting.
That's pretty cool.
And Stadium Builder.
Oh,
inside
shit!
of Team Builder. And one
That's
quick
a
note on
win.
this as well, you will be able to edit your teams in Team Builder at the start of every single Dynasty year. So no more one and dones. This was an absolutely huge year for Dynasty, and our team in Orlando could not be more excited to give you this program management sandbox to see all the different ways you're going to build your programs on the quest for a national championship.
Dynasty is one of those modes where everybody has a story. Maybe you're taking over a powerhouse. Maybe you're building up a small school. Maybe you're chasing that perfect.
Yeah, I'm downloading the beta right now.
This year, it looks like there are even more layers to what it means to actually run a program. So let's bring in someone who lives and breathes this mode. Bordeaux joining us at the desk to break down what stood out. First of all, are you happy you're not playing a cover athlete?
I am so thankful.
I figured.
If I still lose to the computer, it is what it is.
I don't think they're going to have
Let me
restrictions
ask you,
on
have
it.
you picked
I
out
think
the
we're going to be
school
able to
you're
stream
going
that
next
bad
year?
boy.
Give us
No idea.
Yeah, okay,
I haven't
no
even started
spoilers.
counting down yet,
No
so
spoilers.
we got a long way to go.
As
It's the
someone who lives
4th
and
through the
breathes this mode,
7th.
What are you most excited
So
about
the end of
what you saw in that
today,
presentation?
it's really
Definitely
short
just
because
having
we don't
to
get it
manage
till the end of the day.
And be
But
able
the
to
PlayStation
really
Store, it
struggle
says
with a small
4
school.
through
I want to struggle
June 4th through
and
the
the difference
7th.
maker between like Kent State versus
It's got to
Ohio
be through
State.
Sunday
Got
though.
like a 25x different in budget. It's going to be very
Yeah, that's
hard.
okay. That is
Might
Sunday.
take
Sorry.
20 years. I don't know
5,
yet.
6,
but
7. Yeah, through Sunday.
Scary. I'm
And
excited to get
by the
into
way,
it.
as a content guy, once
Yes,
that
sir.
5-star recruit decommits, you're going to have a video. You're going to have to do a press conference for that one.
I might have to just lose my mind. And also, when they come back and they're asking for twice as much money, that is also really frustrating.
Hey, I can't wait to see. I know we're going to get the tweets coming out about what team you're choosing.
Hey,
I
we
can't wait
cracked
to see how
600.
you guys appreciate you
600
and
live
everyone else.
viewers.
So let's shift from
We're just
building a
smashing
program
records,
to
man.
building a
Appreciate you
player.
guys all
This
tuning in.
is Road to Glory.
Whether it's Twitch, YouTube, X.
Road to Glory has always been a mode that's been rooted in meaningful decisions and managing your potential. Every player enters a road to glory with talent and opportunity, but talent alone does not define a career.
They didn't do much for Dynasty.
Year,
You know,
Road
the
to Glory is
gameplay.
all about how you
I mean,
can maximize that
it
talent
sounds like the
and
gameplay
your
is
journey
just the
from high
wide
school
receiver
to the Hall of Fame.
DB interactions and then all the custom stuff. They didn't really talk about anything else for gameplay.
We're excited to announce that 3 new positions will be coming to Road to Glory this year.
So it's mostly
Edge
just going to
rusher,
be
tight
immersion,
end, and
which
free
is not a
safety.
bad thing. But like, all you're doing for gameplay is wide receiver DB interactions.
Also new,
and I guess
this
looking
year,
for work.
right, is how you're going to build your player. You've got a decision point to make. Do you try to become a one of one, or do you use a legend template?
You there's no stop subscribing, Big Papa. It lasts for
Choose to go
12
the
months.
one-on-one route,
It's the
you're
same
gonna
as
be
the
tasked
MVP
with
bundle.
allocating your skill points to create your rating caps.
Is
Once
how
you
I
get to
looked at
college,
it.
You will be able to upgrade individual attributes. There will also be opportunities to earn cap breakers that you can truly make you one of one and one of the best players in college football of all time. You can also choose a legend template. This is going to allow you to set a base archetype. Cap breakers are also in play here, so if you're looking to take a Legends ratings to the next level, you can. So new this year, we're going to be tracking those decisions throughout your career through what we're calling Legacy Score. And it starts with your star rating in high school.
We'll see, Johnny.
And
I mean,
ladder all the way through another new
they
edition,
only covered a couple
NFL
small things,
score,
but
on your Legacy Score, and it's going to move you up the draft boards.
Yo, vibes with T. Sanders. Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much.
High school this year. Players the feedback, but we also heard
the blocking stuff looks the same. It's going to be instant, or you have all day to throw. Look at it. I mean,
hundreds of new team impacts to make you feel way more rewarded on positive plays. Also new to College Football 27, practice has been completely reworked. We have over 100 new football fundamentals and drills available to teach the game. Earn your player XP,
fixed player models,
ratings increases and decreases. You're gonna have to balance that fitness because off the field we have over 100 new overall pick in the upcoming draft. But you cannot forget about the classroom. New to college football, your academic meter is going to impact
out there. Our cover athletes up here, gentlemen, congratulations on making the cover and good luck this year. That's exactly what we're capturing in Road to Glory, those same decisions, those same trade-offs, playing out every step of your journey. And that's what makes the experience so powerful because everything you do here carries forward from high school to college to the NFL. Let's take a look at what happens
Dallas,
when the
we get
journey
it, bro.
continues
You don't need to
at the
spam
next
it.
level.
You don't like it.
This
That's
is
fine.
Superstar.
My name is Clint Oldenburg. I'm a production director for Madden NFL. It is great to be here in Chicago, home of the Bears. We get to talk some football tonight. What could be better than that? But before I dive into Superstar, I do want to give a shout out to the development teams from Tiburon. Around the world watching tonight, they are still putting the finishing touches on these games. They're working from Victoria, Austin, Madrid, and Orlando. Please join me in giving the team a round of applause. All right, let's dive into Superstar, okay? Like Christian said,
Dallas,
you're coming in to the NFL from college. You've made it to the league. What you build in college acts as the foundation for the next level. And at Superstar, that starts with your skill set and your draft grade. But any NFL player will tell you, getting drafted is just the beginning. It's not about just getting here. It's about what you do once you arrive. In addition to our existing 5 positions, Superstar has more ways to play this year. Just like in Road to Glory, you can continue your path across 3
I didn't play
new
Superstar
positions,
last
including
year.
tight end,
If they make it
free
good, I'll
safety, and
definitely
edge
dive
rusher.
in. We'll
So
see
now
what they
you're
do.
here.
I hope they bring back the
Superstar,
yard,
the journey
honestly.
is just as important as the destination. And this journey is about becoming the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Every decision and every performance will shape your legacy, testing whether you have what it takes to get to Canton. For us this year, everything starts with progression. How your career develops is based on the decisions you make both on and
Hey,
off
can someone
the
tell me,
field.
once I paused my download, did
We've
the
brought more
buffering
depth
get
and
better?
authenticity while giving you more control over how you build your player. And the better you play, the more you'll earn influence
If
within
Big
your
Papa
league.
or Chase are still here.
To deepen progression, we've
DJ
added new skill
Double B.
trees. You'll customize your development across your core skills, physicals,
It got better?
mentals,
Okay, thank
and
you.
abilities. And as Christian said on college, eventually cap breakers, becoming the exact player that you want to be.
Yeah,
But
they're
those
saving
skills and
franchise for
abilities
last.
only matter if they have a meaningful impact on the field. So this year we've added another way to upgrade with specialties. As you level up, you'll start to unlock new in-game mechanics.
And
These are
presentation.
specific to the
They haven't done
gameplay inside
presentation
of
yet.
Superstar. One example shown here is for quarterbacks called Pressure Radar. When unlocked, it gives you a visual cue that shows you that pressure is near and where it's coming from. A sixth sense that separates
See,
the
all
elite
the pressure
quarterbacks
is from sheds.
everybody else.
I hate
These are emergent
that.
mechanics unlocking more power the deeper you play, and they make your career more rewarding. Along the way, you'll hit several career-defining moments called boss battles. A new addition to
Blocking
Game Day
looks so
Beats.
bad, man.
These are spotlight matchups against the most elite players in the league, where the pressure is high, but the reward's just as great, and victory will have a major impact on your legacy. These moments aren't scripted. It's all about how you perform on the sticks against the best of the best.
They got a lot of good, but that trench play,
Both
man.
on and off the field, your career is shaped by the relationships you build. The improved sphere of influence tracks your relationships within your league, from coaches and teammates to local beat writers and even NFL legends.
That's cool,
These
man. I like this
relationships
little
can
added
unlock
stuff.
Performance boosts,
I do like this.
new gear,
This stuff
more play calling
matters
control, and for the media,
for your
have a real
immersion and wanting to
impact
keep playing.
on if and when you get voted into the Hall of Fame. And that's not all. You can also unlock superstar powers, where you gain career-changing perks that influence how your team is built around you, from signing free agents to demanding a trade. Relationships matter.
Not yet,
and managing
Francisco.
them brings unprecedented control over your career and the league at large. With so many ways to develop your superstar, how do you keep focused on game day? To stay on track, you'll have the Superstar HUD, a one-stop shop where you can easily see your progress against weekly objectives, milestones, and wear and tear management, along with improved player grading. The HUD keeps you connected to your goals and makes sure that everything important is visible. As
The
you
leaks
experience the ups
said
and
that
downs
they
of
had
pro football,
revamped presentation.
You'll find out that the league always
and that
keeps
Kirk
receipts.
Herbstreit's no longer in the game,
We're
so they're going to
introducing
have
a
to
new
talk about
system
that.
called the GOAT Tracker.
They're just going back
which
and forth
measures
between the
progress
games.
on your path to greatness over the course of your entire career. It tracks your skills, legacy, and popularity.
So they still have to talk
It shows
about Madden
you exactly
franchise.
how you measure
They still have
up
to
to
do
the
presentation
best to
for
ever
both
do it
games.
at your position, the true GOATs of the NFL. But your status is dynamic. It can fall just as fast as it rises. So stay focused. You're not just trying to fill the stat sheet. You're chasing NFL immortality. So to close, relationships matter. Every decision shapes your career. Every performance shapes your legacy. The question is, do you have what it takes to earn your gold jacket?
I mean, that's a lot of
Now we're getting into
good
Superstar,
stuff there.
and this is where the career really starts.
dive into that
Draft night
mode.
is the first big moment, but after that, it's about how you grow, how you perform, and how you become the kind of player the league has to pay attention to. And to talk about that, we had to bring in someone who knows
steal good
all
features
about
from other
becoming
games, man.
muscle-off.
Absolutely.
The legend, none other than Chad Johnson being here with us. Oach, great to see you, my friend.
Hey, thank you for having me. I really appreciate that. Matter of fact, thank you for having me here to be a part of all of this.
Dude, of course.
You know why?
Why?
Because I'm the greatest Madden player of all time.
He said it.
Of
He
course
said
he
it.
is.
You'll out in the online streets, you can challenge him. Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
We've got these new boss battles
Yes.
in Superstar mode. Who was a corner that maybe brought the best out of you? Who made you rethink
Boss
how
Battle
you played?
sounds a lot
You
like
know
they
what? Matter
stole
of fact,
something from
not only
Diamond
made me
Dynasty.
rethink how I played the
MLB
game,
The Show.
it made me want to retire.
And just
And
put
that
it in
is the real
Superstar.
Revis. Obviously, one of the few battles that I've had that I lost, and I had 2 times, and I lost both times. So Revis, if you happen to see this, I want my rematch.
He wants his right here. Right here.
At some park, any park. I just want to put my cleats on and try again.
We've got this new GOAT tracker
Yes.
in the Superstar mode, and we talk about the GOATs of the game, guys like the Tom Brady's of the world. What separates the GOATs from the really goods?
You know what the funny thing about it is the NFL is the 1%ers. Everybody's fast. You know, everybody's quick. Everybody
AI is gonna be
can catch,
huge.
Everybody can throw. But what separates Tom Brady and the Peyton Mannings from the rest?
I'm going
is
to try my
upstairs.
download again and see if it...
It's all mental. The game is
if
90%
it
physical.
mess,
and that
let me know
10%
if
is what
it
separates
starts
everybody
buffering.
else.
I'll
Last
pause it.
question.
I'm
Do
just
you
trying
want
to get
the
this
smoke in Madden NFL
downloaded so we
27
can
and College
play
Football
it.
27, you ready?
Who wants to lose?
I love that. I love that. We've seen what it takes to build a player, but at the NFL level, it's all about something bigger. Running a team and ultimately the entire league. This is my mode. This is franchise.
Let's go, franchise. Here we are. Instant buffer. Got it. Paused it again. Thank you guys.
All
I just
right.
wanted to try it.
Let's talk about the most
back. No, we've got
played
it. We got it.
mode
We got it.
in Madden franchise. So we're going to set the stage first. We're going to put you on the hot seat. Day one, running the Chicago Bears, just like our friend Vince here that you saw earlier. You've locked up your franchise quarterback. Now everything else is on you. Building your roster, that's easy. Managing people, that's hard. What decisions will you make? The first thing you immediately realize, when you make those decisions, you must be ready to handle the impact. This year in franchise, you're not managing a spreadsheet. You're managing people. Franchise is now built on the all-new Persona engine. This is the second year in a multi-year mission to fundamentally change how franchise plays. It gives every player motivations, emotions, and behaviors that evolve dynamically over time. Just like real humans,
need to manage a spreadsheet.
These
Managing
players
the cap's
think for
important.
themselves. Powered by Persona DNA, which are new traits that impact the culture of your team, from players' attitudes to contract negotiations to roster demands. And every reaction is based on your performance and the choices you make each week. So now you're gearing up for week one versus the Panthers. Kickoff is finally here. But don't get comfortable. NFL 365 does not wait for you. All the events coming from the Persona engine are delivered through the new weekly hub and emergent actions, where you can see your franchise reacting in real time through an experience built to feel like modern sports media. Fast,
or like this.
Reactive, and always moving.
Weekly immersion.
This is the front door to your franchise.
And they have ESPN integration. You notice that?
And breaking news are emerging based on the choices you and the other teams are making.
About damn time, EA.
For both human and AI-controlled teams. There's no scripts here.
That means ESPN presentation is going to be in the game.
Play out the same. So you start the year hot, and Caleb's playing at an MVP level. How quickly expectations can change. The question becomes, do you have what it takes to win a Super Bowl now? Do you stay patient and trust the roster you have? Or do you go all in? You hear an emergent rumor that there's a generational talent on the trade block, a player that can turn a contender into the favorite overnight. Rams fans, stop me if you've heard this one recently. You decide to go all in.
Still XP-based progression, unfortunately.
All-world pass rusher Max Crosby. That one decision doesn't just change your roster. It changes the entire league. Your locker room.
We got new menus for franchise, which is huge.
Is probably unhappy. Your
the menu system previously was awful.
And the league responds. You now have that target on your back. What moves will happen as a result? Your decision-making and people management go beyond making big trades. One of the most fun new mini games within the Persona engine is our all-new interactive negotiation mechanic.
Okay.
Negotiate like a pro, you must know the player you're working with and balance his needs with what's best for the team.
Okay.
Players can push back, hold out, demand more.
Holdouts, let's go.
Based on their unique mixture of Persona DNA. Let's walk through one of these negotiations. I got to go off script
let's
for
do
this
it.
one, okay?
Okay.
So Joe Thuney, you're all pro left guard. Kurt, where you at? How important is a good left guard? Very important, yes. I also chose a left guard. I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but I used to be a lineman. So Thuney, great player, all pro. He's got a year or two left on his contract, and he's coming to the table. He wants to extend his contract one more year, probably his last opportunity to get a payday. So this is the negotiation screen. This is where you're going to land. If you direct your eyes up to the top, you can see those are the deal breakers that match his Persona
Love
DNA.
the new menus, man. EA, you did a good job with the menus.
He's coming to you. He wants a little bit more contract value.
Love the new
so
menus.
We're going to give him that first 5% increase on his bonus.
This is so much better.
Here's where you see the negotiations. This is you as the coach talking to your player. This is the conversations that are happening in this minigame. And this is the really important part. You've got to balance, this is a time-based minigame. You've got to balance how quickly his patience runs out versus how interested he is in the contract offer that you're giving him. And these are the decision options. These are the ways you as the coach or the GM are going to push the conversation forward. And these are going to be dynamic every round of the negotiation based on what he's asking for and what's best for the team.
I hope they execute this on release.
Take your eyes
man.
up to the upper right corner again. This is the Persona DNA that I talked about. If you look at the top one, the mindset, that's the dynamic one. Right now, he wants a contract extension. That's what it's telling you. And then you've got to look at his persona DNA to figure out what's important to him as a player to match the deal breakers. So I'm going to preview. I'm not going to lock in. I'm going to preview. What if I hold firm? What if I don't give Thuney his deal? We believe that number works for both sides. It respects you and keeps us where we need to be as a team. Like Kurt said, like I said, linemen are people. Linemen are important. We're not going to do that. We're going to give him that 15% bonus because I want this guy on my team to go win a Super Bowl with the Chicago Bears. We're going to give him more guaranteed money to extend his contract. He's in, he's bought in, signs the contract, and if you notice, his mindset has changed. He's now comfortable with the situation. So that's an example of a negotiation. There's many of these that you'll come across within your league. And to make negotiations feel even more real, we've added tools fans have demanded. Holdouts, incentives, no trade clauses.
Incentives, let's go.
Come on, Mills. Come on, Mills.
Gotta work right, though.
Allow you ultimate agency
Gotta be executed
in your
right.
decision making. And one additional detail. You can delegate any emergent action or negotiation to your staff at any time, but know that every decision you make will have consequences. And speaking of staff, we've also begun adding real-life coordinators into franchise. You'll see them come up on the sideline and the booth.
Love the
along with
cutscene
more
right there.
depth to our coach DNA systems. So your staff will play just as big a role in your success.
Very
as your
cool
players.
cutscenes that they've added. I like
And
it.
add more longevity and authenticity to your league. Real-life coordinators only scratches the surface of how we're delivering.
Okay, I'm
for our
listening.
community's wish list.
Community wish list.
I got to take a deep breath for this next slide. In addition to the negotiation tools I've already mentioned, the Persona Engine brings so much more. Holdouts, restricted free agents, free agent frenzy, franchise tags, transition tags, all of them. Undrafted free agent negotiations, super sim playbooks, plus coach mode, more segments and weekly recap and halftime show.
Okay, talk to me about Super Sim playbooks and coach
And
mode.
an all
Like they've had coach mode in the game,
exclusive
but
archetype for players who continue their career from college dynasty to Madden franchise. So, built on the back of our innovative new Persona Engine.
Can we talk more about that?
Franchise is now a living, breathing ecosystem. Every decision you make can create a ripple effect of dynamic reactions. From building your roster, to managing your players.
They've had
to
coach mode
hoisting
in the game. So is it
the
like a
Lombardi
legit
Trophy.
coach mode where we can call the plays?
It's your league, except now the league plays back.
Now
I
let's
need to
bring
know
in the
more
guy
about
you
coach
just
mode.
built a team around. Chicago Bears quarterback and the Madden NFL 27 cover athlete, Caleb
Mole,
Williams.
what's
Caleb,
up?
great to have you
Welcome.
with us.
Mole,
How's
appreciate
today
that.
been for
So
you? This had to
coach
be
mode, can you
exciting.
elaborate? Is that where I can call the plays and then I don't, it's not like how it was currently where you have to press X and snap. It's like I'm
What does it mean to
like
you to
broadcast
be a
view,
Madden
I call the play and my team executes it. Because that is huge if that's what that
a lot of hard
is.
work to be put into this game, but also a lot of hard work that I've put in to be in this position. And so,
And especially if you can do that in an online dynasty, like an online franchise. Whew. All right, thank you, Mo. Appreciate you clarifying that. Can we do that? Can you do that head to head? Can you coach mode head to head?
Quarterback, but if you're building a team, where are you starting? Are you getting weapons? Are you building offensive?
More
line? Are you
details
starting
with the gridiron
defense
nuts.
first? What's the
Okay,
first thing
okay,
you're
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Appreciate that, man. If we can coach mode
defense, and then I'm going.
I love that.
head to
I'll tell
head.
you this though, as a guy who lives in Detroit, you're causing a lot of pain for Lions.
Oh
fans out
my
there. So
God,
you're
that's gonna be
channeling it,
awesome
or-
for the online league that I run.
I'm sorry, guys. I tried. Caleb,
Like,
thank
I
you so
can
much for hanging out with us. Congratulations.
Build
on
my
covering
team
friend.
in coach mode
Let's bring
against
back our
and
very
pick
own
plays
Sean
and run it
Gray to
against
talk about
my
his brand new
opponent who's
membership program.
like getting plays called by another user.
All right, everybody, we are in the home stretch.
Okay.
Thank you so much for sticking around with us tonight. I do have one more thing for you, and that is today we are introducing a new way to access the full
Yep, already
football
bought it.
experience. We know
Where's
many
the-
of you play our games
The presentation.
almost every day
I think they mentioned
and
new
buy our
presentation.
game every year. And until now, we haven't had a consistent way to recognize you as our most valued players. So this season, we're introducing a new EA Sports MVP Plus membership. This is a new membership program that gives our most dedicated players more value, more access, and more football for the same price as the MVP bundle. Now, here are just a few highlights. Members will be the first to play earlier than ever before with 7 days early access. Members will receive guaranteed access to our beta programs. And by the way, that starts tonight for college football after the show, moments away.
FYI, guys, it's a 10% discount on PlayStation Store if you bought it last year. So mine was $135.
Like Dynasty in Madden and college football. And members will also receive exclusive launch content and content throughout each month in Ultimate Team to help you build and progress and compete with your fantasy team. All together, this is the most value we've ever offered at launch. And importantly, we're going to continue adding value to the MVP Plus membership over time so our most loyal fans feel rewarded and recognized playing college football and Madden NFL year after year. You can sign up for EA Sports MVP membership starting right now, as I said. And again, thank you all for joining us here tonight. We do have our creators starting right after this, so don't go anywhere. I hope you had a great night. This was our opening drive.
I thought they were going to show something for presentation.
Have a great night. Thank you.
I thought for sure, because well, the leaks could have been wrong, but we heard Kirk Herbstreit's not in the game.
From building a
So I thought
program
we
on
were going to see
Saturdays
something
to creating your path as
presentation-wise,
a
but
player,
maybe it'll be
to
in
proving
like
yourself in the NFL, to
the
controlling the
gridiron
entire league. Everything you do
notes.
carries forward. Every decision matters. This is one connected football experience where every mode, every moment,
I got
and
23
every
gigs
decision
left
builds up a
on
lot.
the beta,
This
you
is
guys.
the future of football at EA
So,
Sports. where
can
millions of
someone
fans don't
drop
just
the
watch
link to the
game,
gridiron
they
notes for
build
me?
it, live it, and shape where
If
it
they
goes
see
next.
it?
This is college
We'll
football
go through the
27
gridiron notes,
and Madden NFL
and while I
27.
won't be
Build it, live it, control
and since I'm probably
this
not
is
going to be
your football
streaming
journey.
the YouTube in the background,
And now the moment you've all been
shouldn't
waiting
have a
for,
buffer
your
issue.
favorite creators and athletes playing the games earlier than we've ever seen them before, live here in Chicago. Let's look at who we have
Francisco,
here,
I think that's going to be in the gridiron
creators.
notes.
And I'm gonna have
I
some
truly
guests
think
up
that's
here
where we're
on the
going to get a
desk
lot
as
more, and I
well.
wanted to go
Kurt
through the gridiron
Baker,
notes
standing next to me right now, my friend. Is
on
this
this
not one
live
of the
stream.
more exciting days to be a part of the
And I'll,
Madden
like,
and college football family?
I have 10 minutes left on the
Getting all
download.
these guys in a room. We get
Big Papa
really cool
with the
content out of it,
clutch
cool conversations in
hook
this game
up.
is really spectacular. I'm excited about all these reactions we're going to get over here in a few minutes and see what these guys think about it, but I think they're going to enjoy it.
We've got an unbelievable array of games out here today, from creators to athletes to some people you might see on the cover of these games.
Cover, Caleb Williams.
All
Man,
right,
what
I'm going to see if I can figure this out real
Unbelievable,
time
and
here.
some of your favorite creators at home. So appreciate everybody who's been hanging
Give me
out
a
with us
second.
and watching the show. We couldn't do it without you guys. And I'll tell you this, I think the community's going to love a lot about what they heard tonight.
I think they are too, man. I think
Oh,
the
I might be able
full
to, y'all.
control of the game is at your disposal, and you got to develop your.
We got it. All right, let me close this down. We closed on YouTube. We got the gridiron notes up. We're going to continue, y'all. We're going to continue the gridiron notes. I'm going to try real quick to get my download going while we're going through the gridiron notes. Let me know if it starts buffering, and we'll just pause it and deal with it. So let me get rid of these cookies real quick. Why is it showing that? Yeah, I'm not even seeing that on my end. Like, I'm literally on here to get rid of the... Why is it showing? Sorry, I'm trying to get rid of that little black box because I don't even have that alert like on my actual tab. Whatever. We're gonna go through it. All right. So I'm gonna Is that gonna work? Hold on. Why isn't it scrolling down? Yeah, I want to read this, but I'm like, it's not adjusting on my page for whatever reason. Like, I'm scrolling down, but it's not adjusting. It's not letting like it be interactive. Maybe I don't know what's going on here. Okay. I think we're gonna try that. See it. It's not refreshing. Like I'm scrolling, and it's not. All right. Well, you know what? I am just going to switch scenes here since it doesn't want to. I don't know why. I'm scrolling the page and it's like it's not scrolling with it. You know what I mean? Which is weird. I don't know. I don't obviously do this. I feel like it should, you know, as I scroll through it, it should just scroll. So this is what we're going to do. I'm just going to read it, y'all. I'm going to just be on this screen. I'm going to pick out the points, and we're going to read it. I got 6 minutes left. Are we buffering at all? I'm gonna go through, and I'm going to just make sure I'm not rehashing stuff that they covered in the video. So the first part of this, since it's not showing on the screen for you guys, as far as I can tell, is, and I'm gonna look here and just see on my phone. Forgive me. Yeah, I don't know why it's not scrolling, but anyway. So the first thing they're talking about is the coverage improvements. But they're just kind of going over the defensive alignment control in the zones. I wasn't gonna read all this anyway. All right. This is a lot. They're talking about the plaster logic. Let's see here. Let's get to. They're talking about all the different changes you can make. It's really, really good information. Not interested in reading all this right now. Here we go. Defensive playbooks built for identity. One of the biggest areas of growth this year is defensive playbooks. And you know what? Since I'm just reading this, we're gonna do this, y'all. We'll see if there's if I can't. You guys have the timer here. We'll just do that. I'm gonna go ahead and read this real quick as we just have the countdown. So as soon as you pre-order, Joshua, you'll see the beta should pop up, right? If you did the MVP Plus, it has to be the Plus one. The beta pops up right there. Anyway, so defensive playbooks, let's see here. In College Football 27, we expanded from 9 defensive playbooks to 31. That's huge. Adding 22 new playbooks built around modern college defensive philosophies and identities. Let's see. At the core of this expansion are 6 different defensive styles: man, man pressure, shell, zone pressure, and multiple. Each of the 138 teams is mapped to one of these styles. This year they added 16 new defensive formations, including 3-3-5, 3 high over, 4-2-5, 3 high, 3-4 grizzly, nickel double mug looks, wide jack fronts, single mug dime packages, new tight and under fronts. Okay, that looks good. They're talking about the wide receiver DB battles, but they kind of covered that big time, so I'm going to skip all that. We're built from gameplay. They're talking about the short yardage stuff. The quarterback sneak meter, which they went over. More control up front. Okay. ID the Mic has been updated for the run game, giving you more control over how blockers identify threats, assign pullers, and adjust targeting rules based on the run scheme. If there's a user defender you are worried about or a specific threat you need the blocking scheme to account for, you now have more tools to key on that player. We also added an option to allow the offense to leave the user lurk defender untargeted by default. On defense, we added new gap integrity coaching adjustment. This lets you decide how strictly your defenders play their assigned run fits. You have conservative and aggressive. They also added defensive aggression, which controls how fast and aggressively your defense plays against the run. Conservative has linebackers slow play the run, stay more prepared for play action, preserve stamina, and avoid some of the risk that comes with aggressive mechanics. So stamina has to matter though for that. So hopefully there's some new mechanics for the fatigue stamina stuff. Aggressive tells defenders to play fast downhill. They will attack harder, use more aggressive mechanics, and have a higher chance at big wins. But they can also have give up bigger mistakes. Good. Risk reward. Bite harder on play action. Commit more penalties. So hold on. If you're going to put in here commit more penalties, yeah, you gotta have penalties called. All right, let's see if I can actually stream this. It'll pop up right away and say if we're allowed to or not. We're gonna find out. On the protection side, they added the new chip block mechanic to give users more pass blocking customization. You can now ask a tight end or halfback to chip a defender on the way out to a route. Okay. Coach DNA 2.0. This year, coaches have far more identity, adaptability, and awareness built in how they call games, respond to situations, and attack opponents over the course of a matchup. Coach differentiation continues to be a huge focus for us, which is good. Coaching adaptation has gone to another level. They look at tendencies, they track what is working, they react to what you're doing over the course of the game. Good. If an offense is repeatedly attacking underneath, defenses can respond with more aggressive zone behavior. If offenses keep leaning on strong side bunch corner routes, coaches can adjust into that. Okay. That adaptability also extends into offensive game planning. Offenses now feed the hot hand when a QB or running back is rolling. Should get some, if the running game is good, that means they'll actually stick with it. We want good running game. Double team elite edge rushers when tackles are losing matchups. Setup plays throughout the game. I love that. Remember they used to have setup plays back in the game? Or years ago, you could call plays and it would set stuff up and it would alert you in the play call screen. Adjust run/pass tendencies based on an offensive line and defensive line matchup. That's a win. That's an absolute win because there's some matchups where you wouldn't want the team to run a ton. Nope. Is it next week? The Madden beta next week? I have it up right now, as you guys can see. I just wanted to read through this real quick for you guys. Let's see here. This means some parts of the game, including... It doesn't say anywhere that we cannot... Okay, hold on, right here. Pre-release feedback agreement. Welcome, EA. We hope you enjoyed participating in blah, 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 blah. EA, your petition pre-release preview was governed by the agreement. I need to... Alright. Okay, what am I agreeing to? Your access to the pre-release feedback program begins once you install or access the pre-release feedback materials and ends when internet connection account may be required. You're going to blah, 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 blah. You're 13 years old or license. I think we're able to... Hold on. Confidentiality. All pre-release feedback materials and information you provide EA in connection with pre-release feedback program are EA confidential information. Confidential information includes information about within or sent through the pre-release feedback materials and pre-release feedback program, including the performance, capabilities, and content of the pre-release feedback materials. and feedback from you, other pre-release feedback program participants, or EA employees. Information from EA's products, services, business operations. You may not share, publish, disclose, distribute, transmit, post, or make available directly or indirectly confidential information to any third party until EA publicly releases the product or content you are reviewing. However, you may disclose the existence of the pre-release feedback program, that you are a member of the pre-release feedback program. Sounds like I cannot stream this, you guys. I mean, I'm not risking it. That's what it sounds like to me. I mean, if we can find any other information out there that says differently, but to me, that sounds like I can't stream it. But we're going to continue to go through these gridiron notes. And I'll wait to see if I'm misinterpreting that. Continuing with how they're going to adapt, I paused on adjusting the run-pass tendencies based on offensive and defensive line matchups. They're going to become more aggressive on fourth down in shorter quarter-length games and assign real cadence behavior to AI quarterbacks before the snap. That means they're not going to just walk to the line and instantly snap the ball, hopefully, which is a huge W for immersion. Thank you, if that's exactly what that means. Let's see here. ML ball carrier pathing. One of the biggest long-term gameplay investments we have started making is the ML ball carrier pathing. At a high level, the goal here is simple. We wanted AI ball carriers to run more like real players and less like scripted robots. Perfect. In previous years, AI runners could sometimes feel too rigid or too predictable. You would see moments where a human player instantly recognized the correct cutback lane, leverage advantage, open grasp, but the AI runner did not always react with the same level of instinct or vision. This is what the system is designed to improve. This year we began training the AI ball carrier through a form of machine learning called behavior cloning. What that means is we are teaching the AI by using real examples of good user-controlled running decisions. As players run the ball, the system studies the game situation frame by frame. Defender positioning, blocker leverage, open lanes, field spacing, distance to the sideline, distance to the end zone, ball carrier speed and momentum, overall field context. Okay, so we should have improvement to the ball carriers. In Madden, it says there's a hot and cold. So I think this is exclusive to Madden. Hot and cold is something we felt was needed for a long time, and honestly, it's something we are really excited to get in the game. The goal was to make momentum, confidence, and emotional swings feel more authentic to real football, not random. Anything that adds more dynamic and authentic emotion to football is important to us. Confidence in the momentum you get from it is real. A quarterback gets hot and starts seeing the field differently. A receiver drops a pass and suddenly starts pressing. A defender gets an interception and starts flying around with confidence. That is real football, and that is true. This system is brand new to Madden 27. While in College Football 27, outside of some tuning and balancing updates, it will feel very familiar to what you guys already know and love. The difference is really in how the systems are tuned between the two games. In college football, the emotional swings are bigger. The highs can get really high, the lows can get really low. Madden system is more tuned for an NFL perspective, so that's good. That is good, good. Coach chat. This looks like it's specifically for college. Let's see here. College players are not professionals yet. They are student athletes dealing with pressure, momentum swings, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes a freshman. Yep. Okay. This is where coach chat comes in. Whenever you're dealing with that adversity. By pressing right on the D-pad, you can open up the dynamic subs menu, kind of like the wear and tear. In the top right corner, you will see your coaching headsets. During the game, you can use coach chat 3 times to set on players to have gone cold. Simply hover over the player with the cold indicator and press triangle Y to talk to them. On the next possession, that player will return to a more balanced emotional state. See, that's a little thing that is a huge immersion factor, man. Like, that's massive. So I tried showing it, like I had the screen, like you guys can look right here. I'm reading it right now. It's just showing the top. It's not scrolling for whatever reason. I do not know why. Like, as I'm scrolling, it's only showing the top of the page. I have no idea why it's doing that. I don't know what to do to fix it. Like I said, this is my first time doing it. I'm showing a browser source, but it's not showing. It's not letting me show the browser as I scroll. I'm assuming there's something off on Streamlabs, that I'm doing something wrong, and I don't know what it is. I don't want to deal with it right now. I'm scrolling down on my end, but it's not showing it. Like on like like what I'm seeing when I'm reading it, I'm in the middle of the thing, but it's not updating for you. It's just showing this page, and I don't know why it's not showing it. You know what I mean? I don't get it. It's probably why I couldn't make the YouTube video bigger either. I'm doing just something wrong. I have to click to interact in the... I clicked it. And it popped up with a box, but... It popped up with a box, but that's it. It didn't do anything. Wait, so, but hold on, Sir Tox. So I'm in Streamlabs. I have my YouTube, source right here. I can scroll up to, like, my screen where I see everything. I can click on it. I can right-click. I hit interact. It pops up a little box. That little box isn't showing anything. Let's try that. See, like, it's not showing where I'm at on the screen. It's showing the very top of the... That's not working for me, my guy. Why isn't that not working for me? I actually got the... So I can actually... So here, it is working in the sense, Sir Talks, like I'm scrolling over pre-order on this interact thing, and it's like dropping it down, but it's not letting me scroll. Wonder why it's like... I don't know. I mean, you were onto something. Either way. What do you mean I make the interactive active? How do I do that? No, it's out now, Justin. My stuff's done. How do I make the interactive active, bro? Right click on the box. I have it. All I can do is hit copy or paste. we're going to keep reading. I'll let Sertox give me some more advice here. So that's a pretty cool feature. Home field advantage in Madden. Home field advantage has come back to Madden 27. It had to. I didn't like how it was in there previously. You guys know that. It looks like it's just going to be like the realistic, no abilities or artificial stuff. So I like that. We don't really need to dive into that. Dynamic weather. The weather, dude, the screenshots here, like you see snow on players' jerseys. It looks really good. Now here's the thing. In that presentation, some of the player models looked rough, right? I called it out. Here, I'm seeing screenshots. Players have necks. And they look completely different. Interesting. The next big area is dynamic weather. Before, if it rained, it just rained the whole game. If it snowed the whole game. Now, weather evolves dynamically throughout the game, and that changes everything. A game can start clear and suddenly snow in the second half. Rain can build over time and then clear out. Snow can stop, then pick back up later. Conditions now shift dynamically throughout the game, and because of that, the feel, visuals, and atmosphere of the game can shift with it. This is big. For immersion and stuff, this is huge, man. You saw it last season with that Broncos versus Patriots AFC Championship game. Once the weather turned and that snow really started coming down, the entire field of the game changed. The pace changed, the footing changed, atmosphere changed. This is 100% accurate. Weather is also now more authentic to both location and time of the year. In Madden, the month of the season influences precipitation chances. Huge. Meaning weather patterns feel more authentic to when and where the games are actually being played. Kickoff time and sun positioning are also authentic to the real world. Hey, they brought that in from college football. 5:15 kickoff in San Francisco looks and feels like a 5:15 kickoff in San Francisco. Now, is it going to be 5:15 kickoff in San Francisco in September? Looks different than November, right? Because that's what's in college football. You will also see major visual improvements tied to weather and field conditions. Snow now dynamically accumulates on the field. Thank you, EA. Whoever did that, thank you. That's huge for immersion. Surface collision tech allows players to physically disturb the snow. Fantastic. Slide through it and leave marks and trails behind it. If a player falls into the snow, you'll even see snow angel-style surface information interaction on the field. Player degradation has also taken a major step forward. Uniform, helmets, pants, and overall player appearance now degrade dynamically throughout the game based on weather and field conditions. That is huge. On the source panel, right-click the browser. It's not locked. It's open. Lock, unlock source. It's unlocked. I mean, I have the interact up, and what's interesting is, and it's letting me hover all over this stuff, but it's not letting me scroll down. You mean I can hover over all of this? Like right here, I'm clicking on this, and it's doing all this, but it's not letting me move it down. It's so weird. Dynamic weather looks awesome, by the way, you guys. Abilities, growth versus dominance. This is huge. You guys know I have complained about the abilities in Madden for a long time, and I love the way they did them in college football. So I'm glad that they brought that style over. As long as there's no absolutes, I'm happy. Let's see here. So in college, there's 5 tiers: bronze, silver, gold, platinum, Heisman. And in Madden, there's 3: bronze, silver, gold. I would imagine next year there'll be a Hall of Fame. I'm not, a lot of it doesn't, I don't really kind of go through. So I'm just picking out the stuff I think is important. Here we go. Coach mode, man. Another example of yours on you play your way as coach mode. This is a feature that make your veteran simulation heads proud while hopefully welcoming another type of player to the digital football space as well. Coach mode is designed for players who want to experience the game from a different point of view, not as the athlete of the field, but as the person managing the game from the sideline. It's fun, man. I do both. I obviously love both, but I do like coach mode. When coach mode is enabled, post-snap gameplay is handled by the CPU, leaving you with the kind of control a real-life head coach has before the ball is snapped. This creates a completely different style of immersion. Coach mode includes a range of settings that let you shape how hands-on you want to be before the snap. You can turn on auto quarterback, auto snap, coach suggestions, pre-play cutoff, pre-play audio. I want to know what pre-play audio and pre-play cutoff is. One of the most interesting parts of the mode is the Okay, here we go. One of the most interesting parts of the mode is the pre-play cutoff system, designed to reflect the real-world communication rules that govern modern coach-to-player headset communication in football. Here's how it works. While communication is active, the interface remains open. At 15 seconds left on the play clock, the communication window closes. Once the cutoff hits, the pre-play menu closes as well. After that, no further audibles or hot route adjustments can be made. That creates a very different kind of pressure. So if we... See, I don't want to make all those adjustments. I just want to call the plays and watch it play out. So I think you can, adjust that, it looks like. Play call substitutions. Last year introduced dynamic subs. In a script, you really liked the feature, but one piece of feedback came through loud and clear. Players wanted more control over personnel before breaking the huddle. This is where play call substitution comes in. You can now make personnel changes directly from the play call screen, giving you faster access to matchups and packages you want on the field before the snap. Very cool. They went over timing-based catching, so I'm not going to go over that here. They added a new tackle stick. Right stick up is a hit stick, down is a cut stick, left is a lunge tackle, right is a wrap tackle. So that's pretty cool, actually. Formation shifts return. Choose your base play. Toggle formation shifts. Select an eligible formation with matching personnel. Break the huddle. Wait, so is huddle in the game? Why would you say break the huddle? Let's see here. They went. I'm skipping through the stuff that they went through, during the presentation. I'm gonna see if Surtox has an answer for me here. How do I find the download for the beta once you subscribed? When I did the MVP Plus bundle, I hit subscribe and then it was right there. Surtox is working on. Okay, we'll keep going here. Oh, we're at the end. Let's see if there's... There's got to be something for presentation, right? Gameplay. That was one gridiron, but there's got to be something for... This was the gridiron for gameplay, but there's not anything for franchise or dynasty, right? The franchise, we had all that new stuff with the player contracts and stuff like that. There's got to be another... This is the gameplay deep dive. Where's the... So I can click over here, and it goes, but it's not... Still not scrolling, man. It's so stupid. It's only showing the top part of the screen. It's not... It's so stupid. But anyway, guys, I was going to stream this, but it looks like I'm not allowed to. Because it says you may not share, publish, disclose. Okay, hold on here. My guy says I'm gonna close down the interact thing real quick. Okay. In the sources panel, right-click the browser source that is showing the web page. Okay. Let me go here. Right-clicked it. You have a stream option next to your beta. Like, I'm right here. I've entered a no capture zone. There we go. There's the answer. The closed beta is confidential. You may not post, stream, or otherwise share gameplay, screenshots, or details. So I'm not going to be able to show this. Sorry, you guys can't see that. Just for you guys wondering, this is what I'm being hit with. So I won't be able to stream it. I was thinking maybe because they're opening like the masses, that it would work. So anyway, so Sir Talks, that's what I'm at. I click YouTube on the side in the sources, right click it. Then I click interact and I have a window pop up that shows my web browser. So I have a separate window that shows up and it shows the page that I'm loaded on here. And when I hover my mouse on that little box that popped up after I hit interact, when I hovered over pre-order bonus on that little box, it drops down and I can click. But when I scroll, it does not scroll. It's doing this right here. So this is where we're half right, Sir Talks. I can click on everything you see on this right here. I can do. What I can't do is scroll. It's not locked. I mean, let me. I don't know how it would be locked. My options are the website, you know, URL, the width, the height, control audio via Streamlabs desktop, use custom frame rate, shut down source when not visible, and refresh browser when scene becomes active. See if that does it. Yeah, there is, but it's unlocked. And that made no difference. I just locked it, and it didn't do anything. Yeah, it's crazy that it will not show. I mean, I went through it all. I got it all. Red. Hey, we got the sights and sounds. Thank you, Big Papa. Let me go ahead. Well, I mean, we'll read it, guys. I'll just, you know. So I'm doing, yeah, it's crazy that I can click on all this, but it won't let me. Won't let me, here we go. Let me get the new link. And let's see if we have better luck here. Oh, shit. We got it. Hey, I don't know what just happened, but we got it, y'all. I got to make this bigger on my end so I can read it. Hey. That's a dub. Shout out to Sir Tox, man. Appreciate you. All right, we got the franchise deep dive. Sorry we can't stream College Football 27. You guys know I'll play it, and I guess I can't really share details about the closed beta either. But normally they let you kind of give your overall feeling for it, you know. Bordeaux is an EA partner creator, so Bordeaux, Mills, Bangle, you know, those guys, Eric Rayweather, they all get to do that. That's part of when you become part of, you know, EA Creator Network, stuff like that. I'm not there yet. Maybe one day we'll see. But until I am not gonna mess around with it. You know, I've worked hard to kind of get where I'm at and try to build some relationships, you know, that I've built, and I am not messing with it. Okay. Let's talk about, they went over the Persona engine, so we're not gonna really cover that here. I'm making this a little bit bigger for me, sorry. We already went over player holdouts and trade demands. I think it's really cool. And conversations matter. This is going to be huge for the online league. Huge for the online SGN league, man. I like this. The franchise is going to feel alive. The league around you has to be visible. This is why the franchise news system is getting a complete rebuild in Madden NFL 27. Big Papa spoilers, bro. I'm just kidding, man, guy. I'm just kidding. Yo, this is fire, y'all. You know what we're gonna do? We're cracking a beer, man. We're cracking a beer. Again, this is all gonna depend on how well it's executed. I hope we don't have, you know, last year was the traits missing and stuff like that. I hope this was thoroughly tested and adjusted to make sure we don't have any missing stuff. If there is stuff missing, like, hopefully it's within, like, the first patch, not November. Yeah, Big Red Dog, you have to be able to stream it, my guy. It's easy to stream from console, though. Anyway, let's get back in here. A persistent news ticker now runs across every screen, so you never miss what's happening. Okay. Major stories trigger breaking news alerts with picture-in-picture presentation and Scott Hansen audio. So that's literally like the Tony Bruno show, but it's Scott Hansen breaking news on top of the weekly recap show. That is absolutely awesome for your immersion. And you guys know, gameplay over everything. Yes, looks like online defensive line stuff is maybe next year, but making improvements there. But the franchise immersion is so important, because for me, you can have amazing gameplay, but if you don't have that immersion, I'm not going to keep coming back. I want that immersion. That's just me. You know, we can make the gameplay pretty solid. You know, we've been doing that for the last couple years. So to have, this is what keeps people coming back to playing the game, to playing franchise mode. These things right here. Don't skip through this shit, y'all, because they know. That's the thing. I was told, my guy Smitty, my guy Sim Football Critic, you guys know, they got go down to the studio 10 years ago. And they asked questions about some of this stuff. And they were told that things like this were removed because the skip rate. EA can track and see how many times people are watching the presentation. How many times, you know, I talk about Madden 25, the original Madden 14 one, right? We had those intros, you know, people are spamming through the replays and all that stuff, trying to play the game faster. So EA says, yeah, we have these realistic lifelike instant replay system, broadcast presentation. Nobody cares. Why are we continuing to do it? Same with the weekly recap show last year with Scott Hansen. Now that one wasn't, we knew it was going to be a multi-year project, but don't spam through this, man. That if it shows that people are paying attention and appreciating this, they're going to continue to build off of it. People just skip through it all the time. Why would they invest the resources? Nobody cares about it, according to what they're seeing. The new center includes filters, so you can narrow down to your team, just your multi-user leagues. That's cool. It's in the multi-user stuff. That's fantastic. Specific story types like trades or draft coverage, league-wide news, total control over what you're seeing. DJ Double, did you do the MVP plus? It's not MVP, it's the MVP plus. It's very specific for that. Breaking news now pops up through a brand new notification system that is impossible to miss. Rumors surface in ways that keep franchise connected to what is happening beyond your team. This will include real, evolving stories around questions like which players are unhappy with their contract, tired of losing, would like to be willing to restructure their contracts to help the team with cap space. Love that. Draft ticker. Draft night should feel like a high intense celebration as picks happen around the league. A new draft ticker scrolls them through in real time so you stay connected to the full draft as it unfolds. No more backing out to check what happened several picks ago. I didn't even think you could back out and see what happened several picks ago. We've had that happen in the SGN League where, like, who picked who, right? We didn't even know how to see the recap until you got through the end. When your division rival snags a player you had your eye on, you'll know immediately. I like that. Interactive contract. They kind of went through that already. We don't need to do that. Contracts rebuilt for modern NFL. They added void years. Round of applause. Contract incentives. Round of applause. No trade clauses. Round of applause. Longer street free agent deals. Love it. I mean, credit where it's due, man. Tags, tenders, and real offseason tools. They touched on this already, so we don't need to really go through that. Free agent frenzy. I wanted to hear more about this. Free agent. Let me get my mic right here. Free agency should feel competitive. Should also feel urgent. In the real NFL, when a game-changing player hits the market, every team in the league is scrambling. We wanted that same energy in franchise mode, and that's what shaped the inspirational behind free agent frenzy. So I'm assuming the whole free agent process is different, which is awesome. Free Agent Frenzy is a new live offseason event where all 32 teams compete to sign the best available players across a compressed 12-hour window. Think of it as the first 12 hours right when free agency opens. You advance hour by hour, deciding when to be aggressive and when to hold back. Player information, including persona DNA, stats, and ratings, are available right on the live event screen, and you can make informed decisions without having to leave to look things up. So I had a code, but guys, I did it on my phone, through the app on my phone. I didn't actually do it on the console. It popped up right away. It didn't give me a code per se. It just popped up beta, and I clicked add to console, and I downloaded it. I don't know if that matters, but I did it through the app on my phone. It was super easy. Love what they're doing for Free Agent Frenzy. Sounds amazing. Undrafted rookie free agents. Let's go. I don't even need to read on that. The fact that they added that. Let's go. That's huge. Super Sim rebounds. Thank God this. Before I read it, does this mean it's not tied to playbooks? Stats are no longer tied to playbooks? Please. Please. Let's read it now and find out. We're also making major improvements to Super Sim. One of the biggest pieces of feedback we heard from you is that playbooks have had too much influence on sim outcomes. Well, you know, one of the best examples of this was when Tom Brady was still in the game. You could assign the Ravens playbook to the Buccaneers, and they would run RPOs with Tom Brady. Playbooks, they have 500 plays. They should adapt to personnel. They should. Hopefully that's where we're getting as we continue to read. When certain schemes become overly powerful, teams start performing in ways that do not match their actual personnel or ratings. We needed to address that. Super Sim has been fully retuned to reduce volatility and put more weight back on ratings and roster quality. The best rosters should produce the best results. Your roster decisions should be biggest factor in how your team performs, not your playbook selection. Okay. It's like they read my mind. Teams adapt with their roster. One of the most exciting long-term changes is that teams will now adapt their playbooks based on personnel. Let's go. That's a win, man. That's a win. That's an absolute win. If a team moves on from a quarterback who define their offensive identity and draft a new quarterback with a completely different quarterback style, the team adjusts how they play. This applies in gameplay and in Super Sim. So that's huge. It's not just Super Sim. You'll play teams, you'll notice a difference. That is massive. Big Papa's already sent me a DM that he wants back in the SGN League for Madden 27. I'm assuming. I haven't looked at Discord. Same goes with building your offense around a new star halfback or wide receiver. When Travis Kelce leaves the Chiefs, they won't spend the next 10 years throwing to their tight end like he's still on the roster, which was a thing for Madden 26. Big Papa says he's in. Let's go. And Surtox is going to renew. Surtox is coming back, man. Let's go. That's awesome. A real coach mode. All right, let's get... they talked about it a little bit. Let's see if there's any new information here. Not every franchise player wants to control every snap, so if you want to be the strategist, however you want to pronounce it, the play caller who watches their plan come together from the sideline, coach mode gives you that experience. Call the play, manage the roster, handle emergent actions, and let your players execute on the field. It is another way to experience franchise mode on your own, whether you prefer to sim with more direct involvement or want to experience the mode purely as a decision maker. Coach mode opens up that option. I am extremely hopeful that you can go head-to-head coach mode for franchise mode. That's what I need to know. That's my only question I have left. I love coach mode. I love what they're doing. Can we go head-to-head? Oh, they're doing a new coach. I just like looking at a broadcast style personally, but that's cool that they're adding more. You can never have too many camera angles, man. Give people options. But my big thing is going to be for coach mode. We need to be able to go head-to-head coach mode. Could you imagine being able to match up with somebody and the teams are playing on the field and it's how you're calling your play offensively and defensively against that person? That's a true chess match. It's going to take the stick skills out of it because some people aren't as good on the sticks, but you could mentally win the game with how you're calling your plays. So if you can do head-to-head on this, I think this is going to add a lot. If you can go head-to-head in franchise, but also competitive. I think there's literally a market for this in head-to-head online coach mode where you have to out-strategize. It's not solely stick skills, because not everyone's got stick skills. You got people who are big time gamers like myself and a lot of other people. As they get older, man, your stick skills just with time aren't what they used to be, right? Any of you who are in your 30s, man, you were way better at Call of Duty 15 years ago than you are now, right? Same thing happens when you play online against people. So coach mode there's a huge market for it. Real coordinators, they touched on that. College coach archetype. This is what I'm curious. Your coaching career no longer has to end at the college level. The college coach archetype knows that you play dynasty mode in this year in college and will unlock a special coach archetype when you start your career in franchise. Okay, so that's, just bringing that over. We already covered dynamic weather. Let's talk about improved wear and tear. Yes, improve that. The wear and tear system introduced last year was a big step forward. Timeout. One thing I haven't seen yet, there was a mention that all players, they expanded or shown. Yes, you can go head-to-head on coach mode for Madden 27. Can you tell me where you know that? Please. How you know? Hi, by the way. Appreciate you coming through. We heard about traits, right? They started traits last year. They're going to add a ton of new player traits, and every position is going to have them. I haven't seen the new traits for the positions and stuff, so I'm hoping we get some details on that. This year we were making it smarter and more impactful. The decision you make about workload, rest, and usage now carry more authentic consequences across a full season. A workhorse running back who never gets a breather is going to feel it down the stretch. Love that. Create a coach updates. Just extra stuff. Cool. Man, one thing I haven't heard. Did we get new players for draft classes? You just Googled it? AI makes stuff up, man. If it was the AI thing, it could just make it up. One thing is, like we've talked about, like you have the same 63 player faces in Madden for the last decade, and some of these guys are like 50-year-olds because it's the same player faces. It can be coaches and players. You have rookie 19-year-olds that come in looking like they're 50. Did we get improvements there? Did we get a new draft class how player look system where it's not the same faces that we've had and players actually look the right way? So there's that. Smarter CPU trade logic. Trades have been expanded under the hood to create a more authentic environment for franchise. Never a bad thing, right? Teams are now more active around key points of the season, taking into account their current standings and how aggressive they're looking to improve or begin rebuilding process. I love that. The intelligent decisions do not stop at the trade deadline. During the offseason, CPU teams will now trade exactly as you see on the biggest stage, the NFL draft. So we're going to get trades during the draft. Let's go. I love that. And they got to have Rich Eisen coming in saying these trades happen. It's not just when the user makes a trade. We already talked about the player abilities. Finally, a cohesive, connected franchise mode. Is your mind blown yet? I wish I could see on your face right now. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. So this was franchise mode. Do we have a presentation deep dive? Thanks for the subscription, man. The name was too long. Give me another deep dive, Big Papa. We got to have one for presentation. That was really good for franchise. We went through gameplay, went through franchise. Still definitely have some questions, right? Draft class players, those faces. There is a one for presentation. Can someone hook me up? Yeah, I thought for sure we were going to get the GM mode because of the whole Vince Vaughn thing. Let me go ahead and sights and sounds. Let me break this down. Hopefully this works again. It is. Thank goodness. I just got to make it bigger real quick so I can read it. And then we're cooking. So Philly, I'm feeling really optimistic. Again, it's going to be the execution, right? Are we going to have this working, all these things working how they intended on release? And if not, within that first patch time frame, right? That's going to be the big one. Second is going to be, and I'll get a look when I play the beta here, because the gameplay is going to be very similar, I think, the trenches. That's going to be important too. Otherwise, I think there's a lot of good here. A lot of good. Again, execution's going to be key. Can't have missing stuff like last year. As broken as Camp Counselor was, They've made no mention to the coaching abilities. A lot of them were really, really OP. They needed to be reworked. Did not hear anything on that, so kind of concerned. Last year we had the issue with the traits. We had the issue with the wear and tear. Sub strategies not there. Like, lots of stuff missing that was presented in these deep dives, and it didn't get in until November. So ideally, that's not the case this year, right? That's going to be That's going to be big, because you think about Madden's prime season is through the end of the year, right? This year, maybe a little bit less because of GTA 6. So you got August. August you're still sharing with college football. You're really sharing with college football the whole time, but the hardcore people get going. And typically around the end of the year, people are still playing, but it starts to, people have had their fill or whatever. They get kind of whatever. They move on to different things. You can't not have your game how it was supposed to be working. You can't not have the game working till Thanksgiving. You can't have your franchise. You can't have people investing in franchise mode that's missing traits and sub strategies with broken abilities not get addressed until Thanksgiving. You just can't. You can't go head to head on coach mode in Madden 27. Maybe next year. I'm not even going to be mad about that, because I'm glad they brought it back. Super fun. And maybe if, again, enough people use it, they'll bring it in for 28. Anyway, let's dive into this presentation. Let's see here, because they didn't really touch on that. This year, thanks to your feedback, our focus was about making Madden feel more alive, more current, and more specific to the moment you are in. The vision came together across a few major areas: broadcast presentation, pre-game and halftime storytelling, team traditions and stadium identity, seasonal and calendar-based authenticity, cameras and visual immersion, motion, emotion, and weather, deeper personalization, superstar, and beyond. So before we were into this, one of my big issues was EA, gave us 3 commentator crews with 3 different presentation packages, which is all great. My issue is they got rid of the huddle. And there's not a lot of instant replays, which, again, I don't understand that. Allow people can press X and get through it, or do like 2K does and allow people to set the frequency of instant replays. But what happens is your color commentator never got to really give lines, because you have your play-by-play caller, like Mike Tirico, play-by-play it after the play was over, because no instant replay, short cutscenes, and you're automatically in the play call select screen. Your color commentator had no time to talk about what just happened, because as soon as you select your play, it's got to go back to the play-by-play. Who's going to talk about the coming to the line of scrimmage? You know what I mean? So everything felt rushed with the presentation. Like, the lines are there, but you didn't give time for it to happen. They're so focused on allowing people to get through games fast that it shortcutted the really good presentation they put in the game. So my argument was, give people the option. 2K has extremely in-depth presentation with the pregame, they have the sideline reporters, all that stuff. You can skip through all of that, so people can listen to it and drag it out if they want to, or they can skip through it. And then you can set in 2K how frequently you have after-cut cameras, how frequently you have instant replays. You can skip through, you have timeouts, and it'll literally go for a minute long, and you can make your adjustments, and it'll go around the arena. It has the dance cam, all that stuff. You can sit and watch it, or you can skip through it. But giving that the option will allow that commentary that they have there to truly shine through. So let's see what they have to say. Dynamic broadcast packages. Broadcast presentations, one of the first places players feel the difference between a game that looks polished and a game that feels like a real NFL Sunday. In Madden NFL 27, we continued building on our broadcast language so it feels more responsive to the calendar, the matchup, and the larger context of your game. Seasonal broadcast variations. One of the biggest additions this year is seasonal variation across our broadcast packages for Halloween, Thanksgiving. They have Turducken Celebration waiting for you here, and Christmas. Each seasonal broadcast package will include the following: theme song, custom commentary, game intro, graphics, scorebug, blah, 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 blah. And again, the game intro, from you press play, you're in the game 45 seconds. That's how quickly the intro is. It's just, it feels so rushed. Broadcast details that add texture. This year we continue to expand our storytelling systems through updated overlays, banners, and commentary support. So banner, that's good. Last year, when you're playing a game, maybe you guys have all been there, you'd have a cool banner would pop out for a running back on the field. It would continue to show the same stats over and over and over, season stats. You'd see the same stat graphic every single time. Same player, same position, same stat graphic, over and over and over. It would be either on the day or for the game. It wouldn't update and show the quarterback, wouldn't show the wide receiver targets, drops, catches. It didn't change or anything like that. It was just the same thing over and over again. So hopefully these new banners and overlays have the information updates to go along with it. Let's continue. Telling a better story possession by possession. We continue to invest in drive starters because they are one of the best places to build narrative naturally during a game. In Madden NFL 27, drive starters now include replays to expand storytelling and help key moments carry forward into the next possession. This gives the game more continuity and allows the broadcast to feel like it is following the same thread the player is. We've also supported new story types through banners and commentary, including examples like possession summary, upcoming games. That's good. That's good stuff. Halftime report, bringing the rest of the league into the game. A real NFL broadcast rarely treats your games like it exists in a vacuum. We heard your feedback. We know the halftime reports are one of the best opportunities to widen the lens, give you context, and remind you that there is a whole story going on around you. The thinking shaped the halftime report for Madden NFL 27. This year, new halftime segments include impact player, playoff hunt, improved first half coverage of the user's game. Okay, I mean, we'll take more. Just don't skip through it, guys. That's the big thing. Don't skip through this so they continue to expand on it. The goal is to make halftime feel more like a true checkpoint in the NFL, in the larger NFL day. Weekly recaps, a league that feels alive all week. Presentation in Madden is not only about the moments right before, during, and after game, it's also about the connective tissue that makes the season feel alive week to week. This is where weekly recap comes in. This year, we've expanded the weekly recap with new segments that help players keep a stronger pulse on the league around them, including injury reports, the MVP race, players of the week, playoff hunt, stat leaders, trade alerts. So they're literally doing NFL 2K5 halftime show. Let's go. Let's go. Building the energy before kickoff. So the most important moments happen right before the first snap. The pregame is where announcements of what kind of atmosphere you're going to experience. That's why this was a major focus for us this year. The best of the week. This year we included new primetime flows, building on the kind of atmosphere work players saw in moments like the Bills' primetime presentation in Madden NFL 26. Primetime football is different. The pacing is different. Stakes feel higher. The visuals should reflect that. Our goal is to give these games more of their own identity. Drone shows, team music, and more. I love that. Licensed songs tied directly to teams. New story support through banners and commentary. Coach-specific and player-specific pregame storytelling. Don't rush it. That's all I'm going to ask you. Don't rush it. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. El Dios. More tradition, more authenticity. They continue expanding their support for real NFL traditions with a few new group of team-specific moments. Bengals Ruler of the Jungle with Chad Johnson. Broncos Skydivers. Commanders Raise Hail with Robert Griffin III. Cowboys Under the Star. Giants Bell with Lawrence Taylor. Jaguar Zipline with Jackson DeVille. Patriots end zone, militia, and Texans cannon. New faces on the field and on the broadcast. Football presentation feels more authentic when the people shaping the game are part of the experience. That is the idea behind Coordinator Spotlight in Madden NFL 27. Licensed coordinators can now appear in the press box and on the sideline during cutscenes, helping the game better reflect how coaching staffs are part of the visual language of the NFL broadcast. That's huge. Lights, camera, action. Camera work is one of the most important pieces of presentation. Even when players do not actively think about it, in Madden NFL 27, we are introducing new cameras and camera angles to suit your experience. Unified player lock camera. We introduced unified player lock gameplay cameras between college football and Madden NFL to create a more seamless transition from load to Corey and Superstar. Okay. New pre-snap cameras. Here we go. We also added new pre-snap cameras, including field-specific angles based on the offense's field position. That means that your experience in the moment can match the importance of where the ball is, not just who has it. That's awesome. Pagado, if we buy the membership, is it the same as buying the MVP bundle? Yes. Make sure you get the one that says MVP bundle plus. That's important. Huge. Coach mode camera, as mentioned in the NFL 27 gameplay deep dive and franchise deep dive, coach mode is coming, and to complement the new way to play, we will have a unique camera. We will have unique cameras, so there's multiple, dedicated to making it feel authentic and unique. Quick presentation improvements. We also made a quality of life improvement to quick presentation where cameras now stay on the field when the play call UI appears instead of immediately cutting to other shots. This change is meant to keep you closer to the action, preserves field awareness, and helps presentation feel more connected. They've already talked about dynamic weather. We don't really need to go through that. But we got dynamic lighting and local kickoff time. So that was the question that was asked earlier by me. How closely this was going to be to college football. Looks like it's the college football dynamic lighting, which in 26 is brilliant. It is just so good. I don't need to read all that. We know what that is. Motion and emotion. For Madden 27, one of our visual pillars is secondary motion. This means taking motion to the next level by adding more of the small movements and physical details that help bring football closer to what you see on Sundays. And yes, hanging mouthpieces are now in the game. We heard your feedback and we're excited to finally bring these to the field with added physics and motion. Dangling mouthpieces, blah, blah, blah. That's good. Kobe Jones, I got the MVP Plus. Do I also get the MVP bundle? Yes, you do. We also got, let's see here. We also added more Sorry, guys, this is kind of small on my screen. I'm doing the best I can. I'm honestly a good reader, but you know, it's hard. It's really small on my screen. We also added more movement and tuning to helmets and pads. Helmets can now jiggle. I like that. And move based on what the player is doing. Jogging, running, changing direction, and getting tackled can all affect how the helmet moves on the player's head. Combined with the helmet fit and the tilt tuning. They didn't mention tilt tuning. That's a win. These details help players look more authentic and more connected to the physicality of the sport. There's a lot of stuff they didn't cover that I think people... I mean, they honestly could have went 3 hours on this, you guys. They really could have. I think they should have, personally. Build up the hype, man. We also made a sleeve and pad size refractor to help better match what you see in real life. Pad size, sleeve fit, and equipment properties are all part of how today's NFL players look and continue to refine those. Details help Madden move closer to Sunday authenticity. Referees have secondary motion too. Get ready for flags to be thrown on your plays. This year we brought machine-learned wrinkle simulations with physics to officials through our machine learning technology. This means during pass interference, offsides, holding calls, and other moments where refs are part of the action, their uniforms can actually move more naturally with them. Are we going to get the penalties, though? Because you're saying that they're going to be. We know that you may not love every flag on the field, but when it happens, it's going to look better than ever. So maybe not. Deluxe tradition, reskins, and stadium identity. When it comes to what you see on Sunday, we want you to get as close as possible as that. NFL teams do not always present themselves the same way every week. Different uniforms can bring different energy, different stadium dressings, different graphics, different mascots, and a different overall vibe. That is a part of how teams celebrate their identity, and this year we were bringing more of that into Madden NFL 27 through Deluxe Tradition reskins. These reskins allow stadium presentation to better match the look and feel of the team on the field. For example, when the Buccaneers are wearing their creamsicle looks, you can see the identity reflected through the Bucco Bruce mascot in the creamsicle stadium loadout. That's awesome. You'll even see the creamsicle throwback ribbon board in Jumbotron animation packages. That's just a small attention to detail that is great to be brought to the game. More ways to express yourself. Authenticity is not about the league. It's also about the player and the coaches of Madden NFL 27. We are expanding avatar customization to give you ways to build your football identity. For coach avatars, we added a bunch of new gear options. Okay. We added 32 brand new player heads to choose from. Only 32? Can we get the AI generated ones, man? We added 32 brand new player heads to choose from, including younger heads. Oh, that might just be for coaching. No. That better represent players coming from the combine into the combine from college. We also added more variety across races, looks, and facial details to creative players can feel more personal, more believable. So only 32 new faces? That sucks. I was hoping it could be like we're not seeing the same exact player over and over and over again. I mean, granted, 32's we're getting some, but when you have 260 some players drafted, I mean, we got to have something that's going to make players look different year in and year out, you know? Oh, and now we have brought out over the lean body type, giving you a total of 5 body types to choose from. That's good. Let's see here. We also continued adding highly requested equipment options, including hanging mouthpieces, scrunch socks, shortened shooter sleeves that can combine with undershirts, clear reflective visors, smaller shoulder pads, and more. That's good. They have the new Bills Highmark Stadium in there. They have the other stadiums there. Indoor field practice facility. Okay, that's cool. Okay, this is big. This is only for PlayStation 5 Pro. Never mind. They can get 100 frames per second, though? God dang. It's one payment for... I got it for $134.99 because I got the discount from last year, but otherwise it's $150. One-time payment. It does say, guys, it'll auto-renew next year. It's just like a subscription. So it'll auto-renew next year for the $150. So you can buy it, have it. If you don't want it to auto-renew, go cancel it, and then you can decide next year. Year-over-year authenticity. Every year the NFL changes, new stars emerge, new uniforms debut, players bring new styles to the field, team updates their looks, rivals get new energy. Madden has to keep moving with the league, and that is what you, with our year-over-year authenticity work is all about. For Madden NFL 27, that starts with NFL honors. The NFL celebrates its players of the year, blah, 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 blah. So we're going to have all the awards, which is very, very cool. We are also adding another small but major detail, the new first down arrow and pylon. The pylon has dynamics on it too, being helping another piece of the field feel more physical and more alive. It's all in the details. That is very true. Details matter. With signature details, we are focused on both the small and big things that make the NFL feel like the NFL. For our cover athlete, Caleb Williams, we got the painted fingernails. Uniform authenticity is a major part of making sure the Madden NFL stays the most authentic experience you can find in football. We are on a roll with teams debuting new uniforms each year, and the new Tennessee Titans uniforms will be available for you to try in Madden NFL 27. And yes, a red dangling mouthpiece would be pretty sick. A pretty nice touch with that too, don't you think? Yeah, you will love it. Commanders fans, we have a surprise for you. The Washington Commanders' new black-on-black uniforms will be Madden 27. The new NFL rivalry uniforms will be there. Okay. No, I'm not going to show beta because it says it's new capture zone. I had it up. I was hoping, but as soon as I got it right here, it says no capture zone. I was going to stream it. So we ended up just going through the deep dives. Is there any other one? Did I miss one? I don't care about Superstar. So we did gameplay, we did franchise mode, and we did Dynasty. There wasn't much there, honestly. I'm not going to go through the Dynasty one. I feel like there wasn't much for Dynasty. We got gameplay. Was there a presentation one for college football? Because that was Madden. Can I get a college football presentation one if anybody knows where it's at? I'll read through it. We got people chilling here since I can't stream it. If not, you know, not a big deal. Hey, what can you tell me? Because we're going to wrap this up here. I don't have another deep dive sent to me, and I'm not going to go find it. We read through them. It's pretty good. Oh, Chase has it. Okay, never mind. DJ Double. What feels good, man? Oh, we got it. Okay, give me 1 second. Presentation. This is what I cared about with college football. This will be the last one we do. Let's go back. Try to make this big so I can read it. How do I get a beta code? I bought the MVP Plus. Run blocking feels good. How's the pass blocking, rushing, trench play, man? That's my big one. Okay. I've been leaning forward. It's uncomfortable. All right, hold on here. I gotta... So many videos dropping right now. It's unbelievable. Honestly, I'm not even going to play tonight, y'all. It's 9:30. I had a long day. What is this, Vil CJ? You got actual rosters right now. What are you talking about? And he says, yo, fool, do you got the rosters? What are you talking about? Do I got the actual rosters? I don't even know what you're talking about, dude. So they're going to say, more like Saturday, let's go here. Sight sound, making the whole deal feel bigger. Let's see what they're doing here. Added new traditions, new mascots, new light shows, new drone shows. Okay. We knew that this was coming. We knew they're going to add more. So that's all cool. They added they added some good stuff there. Over 90 new and revamped team chants added. Let's go. Love the atmosphere in college football. The crowd sounds so good. That's... I mean, I'm curious how Madden's going to sound. Looked like with the home field advantage, it made some improvements there. Yo, I'm digging the new menu, man. We got a full menu refresh. Okay. I like that, man. That's cool. It's in the details. Getting even the smaller traditions and authenticity deals is very important to us. Bro, I don't know. I haven't played the game. I would assume it's generic. They don't have the ratings finalized. They don't want it leaked. I would, if I had to assume. Just like when you play the Madden beta every year, the rookies are in there, but they don't have their ratings and stuff like that. I wouldn't be focused on the real players or anything like that, because it's a beta, man. Just play the gameplay. Headsets on the coaches when they are standing on the sideline. New coach models. Over 55 schools have updated run out pyros. How do you get the beta? Historical edits, you got to buy the MVP Plus bundle. I'm on PlayStation. I just went to the store and tabbed over to subscription and scroll down and it pops up right there. Yeah, so if you go to the actual College Football 27, you can hit additions. It'll show the beta. It'll say not currently available. Back out of that. Don't search College Football 27. Go to the main page. Yo, Vibes, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Go to the main page and you scroll down to subscriptions. You'll go through like GTA Plus, Ubisoft Plus, whatever. You'll see the MVP Plus right there. There's not real rosters in the beta. No real rosters in the beta, guys. New crowd excitement animations. Okay. New cheer sideline animations. New stadium beauty cameras. Okay. I like that's all good stuff, man. I'm just going through. Add new feeling, I'm not reading all this stuff. New gear on the way. Here we go. We've had a lot of new gear and updates to existing gear that you have been asking for. To name a few: hanging mouthpieces, team logos on towels, smaller shoulder pads, new rolled up jersey and undershirts, clear reflective visors, waist worn play call sheets, new captain's patches, and much more. We'll take it. Drew to the game. What's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. When you build your coach now as a headset, yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Again, little things. A new broadcast package. Okay. To kick things off for this year, we built a new broadcast package for College Football 27. The goal is to simply not refresh the look of the game. We wanted the presentation to do a better job of carrying the energy and story of college football Saturday. This meant new visual packaging, new ways to frame players and teams, and better support for the moments that give game texture. You will see that this year a few different ways. New broadcast visuals, banners, and presentation elements, including a new player action shots and new coach information play call. Give it to me, man. Give it all. I love that. Improved story-driven overlays, including halftime around the country and third to fourth quarter transitions. Okay. New pacing and framing across games broadcast. I really want to see some of this in action so I totally understand what they're saying. And make sure it's not rushed. Better support for the game context and narrative follow-up. More visual variety in how the key moments are presented. All of it sounds good. Just how is it actually executed? Okay, so a lot of this is the same as in Madden. They're talking about the drive starters, picture-in-picture information panels that support commentary, beats. That's good. Narrative callbacks later in the game. I love those. Those are great. halftime around the country updates and game day updates that help reinforce what has mattered so far, fourth quarter presentation moments that bring earlier storylines back into the focus. That is fantastic. An all-new halftime flow has also been added to the game this year. Kevin Connors will provide in-game updates about big games of the day, in progress and final, ones that matter to you. New voices, more texture. That's huge, man. We also made meaningful changes to the broadcast team this year. Holly Rowe joins as a sideline reporter. We're excited to announce ESPN's very own Holly Rowe as sideline reporter. That's good. Joel Klatt joins the broadcasting team. Kirk lost it, man. He was so good back in the original. He came through. I mean, he just isn't what he was, man. I don't know. He just doesn't see. He's not the same. That's my opinion. Like, I loved listening to Brad Nessler and Kirk Herbstreit, from the Lee Corso from back in the day. It's nostalgia. But when he was back in the new game, he just didn't sound the same. Like, it just wasn't the same. So I'm fine with them moving on to Joel Klatt. You know him from the Big Noon Saturday games. We are bringing in Colorado Buffaloes alum Joel Klatt from Fox Sports into the booth for College Bowl 27. Joel joins Chris Fowler in the booth to enhance the playoff atmosphere like never before. Commentary that pays attention. A lot of commentary work this year came down to one idea. The booth should feel more aware of what kind of game you are in. That meant improving contextual awareness and creating stronger links between commentary and the presentation system around it. We wanted lines to feel more connected to the state of the game, the players involved, and the stories that have already been established. Sounds very similar to what they're doing with Madden. I just read it, so we're not going to double down on it. Dynamic weather. Again, I think this looks really good. I love seeing that, but it's going to be the same as it was in Madden, so we don't need to, rehash that. Nope, this is all the same as Madden 2. New music, cool. Customize your crowd pleasers. We also continue building out crowd atmosphere with improvements to crowd density, crowd presence, overall stadium energy, how the game feels from different presentation angles. And for players who like to tune the presentation experience more directly, College Bowl 27 includes user-selectable crowd themes and camera angles, giving you more control over how game day comes across on the screen. I love that, man. Giving options to people, man. That's huge. Customize the game the way you want it. Do you want to have a whiteout at Penn State every game? Then do it. Or maybe even turn on the pink S zone in the student section this year. I love that. Give us more options, man. You can never go wrong giving options. Let's see here. Visual feedback. Choose between a variety of gameplay and cameras used on defense during the gameplay. You can go modular. Okay. That's cool. I do like that. I'm going to play around with that for sure. Yo, Ambitions, TFT, thank you for following over on Twitch. Appreciate you. We're creeping up, man. We're going to hit 1,000 on Twitch one of these days. Man. There's a lot of good stuff. My biggest question mark after reading all that, which we've been doing for the last hour and a half, is going to be the trench play. They didn't mention any changes to, and we're going to have to wait till the Madden beta comes out, but any changes to the coach abilities, because how they were in Madden 26 were very unbalanced. Would like to see them completely redone, balanced. No comments on XP. and player progression, which in college football, there's two different issues between college football and Madden. College football, the real players progress at a completely different rate than the generated ones, and that causes lots of issues if you're trying to go years into your dynasty, because you create XP sliders to try to create balance with the first 5 years of the real players, and then you have issues when you hit that 5 arc and you're just playing with created players. So I would love to see some balancing there. Also positions, balance as far as XP, because it's how it's earned positionally, because certain positions just earn way more than others. There's no balance there. That issue goes over to Madden as well. Madden, it's crazy. Certain positions will earn a shit ton of XP and others just don't earn hardly any. There's got to be balance there, right? There's no reason, for example, that a certain offensive linemen earn a ton of XP and skyrocket, and other offensive linemen, no matter what you do, don't earn enough. In College Football 26, that was with the center position last year. Centers would not progress. Even you max out at 300, and you couldn't get high-rated centers in the game. But you could max out left guards, left tackles, right tackles, and if you max it out, you'd get a shit ton of 90s. They're all offensive linemen. How come the centers you couldn't get 90 overalls, but the other ones you could? There's lots of instances like that in both games, and so they didn't mention any balancing there for the XP progression, roster balance, because I honestly, I feel pretty good about the balance that EA presents with the ratings in both Madden and college football, positionally, like how many quarterbacks are rated 90 overall and 80 overall, how many running backs, down the line. I feel like they do a fairly good job. They do a much better job than NBA 2K. I wish there was a way to maintain that balance, right? Now, obviously, you need to allow for positions to fluctuate and stuff, but it needs to be within reason. But currently, it's like one position will skyrocket, like wide receivers, and another position will tank, like centers or linebackers. So I'm definitely gonna be curious about that. But anyway, guys, man, we almost cracked 800. My record before tonight's stream for viewers, man, was like 360. So we doubled that. So I appreciate you guys coming through, hanging out with me, talking, being interactive, getting all the information, man. I'm gonna play the beta here. I mean, you guys, like I said, I wanted to play it until it popped up and said this. I'm not gonna risk anything, but I'm gonna play the beta, and I will do kind of what I've been able to do the last couple years when the beta is done, is just kind of give my thoughts and opinions. That seems to be okay. Haven't gotten in trouble for doing that the last couple years, so I'll be doing that as well next week after the 7th. But I'm gonna dive in. I'm gonna play a lot. You guys know what I'm gonna be looking for, right? You guys know how I build sliders, what's important to me, what I'm gonna be paying attention to. It's gonna be that stuff. So I'm gonna be diving in. I have tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday off, and I'm gonna get a lot in. I wish I could stream, but we're gonna get a good idea of what we're in store for here in 1 month. But that being said, guys, we're gonna wrap up the stream. Appreciate you guys all for coming through, hanging out with me. Hope you have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you in the next one, y'all. Peace.